Hello, everybody. I am Stax, and welcome to the Fable 42, where we build community through friendship, gaming, and of course, chaos. We are going to go over some announcements today, but we are having a very interesting day today because today is the first episode of Fate of Ukodor, like official for the campaign. It's amazing. No more prequels. We're starting this. So, without further ado, let's go into some announcements. If you missed today's stream, come catch it out live. Let's see, at 6 p.m. Pacific on Tuesdays on YouTube. Just head over to Fable 42 on YouTube and come check us out in case if you, for some reason, can't watch us tonight, but we won't hold that against you. Thanks to our first sponsor, Critical Dice. Go ahead and enter !critical in the Twitch chat to enter in the first giveaway of the night. We will call it a winner after break. Stick around after break and we will do it again because it's so awesome we did it twice. But just make sure you enter !critical to be entered in for those giveaways. Please note our giveaways are for US and Canada only, excluding Quebec. This is a running trend. I'm not gonna talk about it anymore. Quebec, we already know what's happening, so get it together. Help support the channel by clicking the link below for 20% off all non-subscription items for Critical Dice. Continuing on, our next sponsor is Nine Realms Gaming, and they make all of their products from natural woods to create quality and affordable gaming accessories for all. That means you out there that's watching right now. Use Fable42 to get 10% off on your next purchase over a ninerealmsgaming.com. Special thanks to our next sponsor, which is Griffin Co. I almost wonder if someone can do like the Griffin Co.
Griffin Co.
Yes, we're gonna make
Perfect.
Do it.
I'll do it.
Everything you see that is 3D printed on our shows is from Griffin Co. Use the promo code Fable42 to get 22% off your purchase. That's a lot of percent, I'm just saying. Check out our friends over at Underground Oracle. They create 5th edition resources for both sides of the screen. They have a lot of stuff out there in case you're trying to mix things up with your campaign sessions. Go over to Underground Oracle and see if anything kind of stands up to you. Our last sponsor for the night is Telspire. All of the amazing digital maps that we have, which will not be tonight because I'm trying to keep it chill. But any of our encounters for that, realms, this show, potentially a couple of others, were created for Telspire. Give them a follow, or actually Steam, I think, sells it for pretty cheap. But yeah, Telspire, it's the way to go. It's super easy. But don't forget to swing by this Monday for the next exciting episodes of Legends of Shalgal at 6 p.m. Pacific. And also come swing by this Wednesday for the next episode of Realms of Ukodor. That's also at 6 p.m. Pacific. And we're coming at you with the hot fire, and you don't want to miss a beat. So stick around. We got everything for you all throughout the week. This is Fable 42. We out here. So without further ado, we are going to, I think, correct me if I'm wrong, show the actual trailer for Fate of Ukodor.
Yep.
Super exciting. We will be back.
Yes.
Hidden away, a great power awaits. Muster your courage, it must not abate. Allies emboldened while evil retreats. With fate in your hand, the story's complete. Ukodor, a world full of mystery to explore. Monsters and danger around every turn. Soon enough you will learn. The choice is yours.
Yes, how was that for a trailer, folks? Okay, so this is Fate of Ukodor. This is pretty exciting stuff, I'm just saying. But I know y'all are ready for tonight's episode to start, so let's do a quick recap of the last prequel that happened last Saturday. So, in the Fifth Age, 2 years after the events of the last Task Force X, we open up to the city of Arella with the planet Taldean. There, a young tiefling named Flint, using an anomaly detector, locates a strong signal at the LL monument. There, she witnesses a half-elf male stop 2 Taldeans from defacing the monuments any further. She approaches the male and finds out his name is Cinder, and convinces him without much effort to accompany her because there's someone he needs to meet. They arrive at Sundive's transit station and sneak their way into a vent near Sunset Lounge, avoiding the guards but falling into the secret underground arbiter area known as Sanctuary. There they explore the area and come across a capsule that contains a cryogenically suspended Zesa. Soon, the Guardian encounters them, and they come to learn more about why Cinder is giving off a strange ping. Not taking this as enough evidence to start up the Arbiter program, the Guardian goes to check on Zesa's status, while Flint and Sin come up with a plan. During that time, they realize the technology display has informed them of more anomalies of high importance back in the Second Age. The Guardian decides to ask Zesa what she wants to do and releases her from her stasis. And the Guardian is able to inform her that he believes Gear used his liquid Rosarium capsule on her so that she could be returned to the future to recover. She has a flurry of questions and ultimately decides that she needs to go in the past to see if Gear and Galileo are still alive. Flint and Cinder get caught by Zesa, who sees them hiding, and the three agree to go back in the past to see if they can fix and uncover some of the chaos that is brewing. After gearing up and ultimately arriving back in the past, it would appear that 40 years have transpired since the point in which Zesa and her task force were last there. As Sin gets used to having magic, Zesa investigates the area, and Flint is able to come across the crossbow that once belonged to Fletch, named Glinda. They regroup and ultimately come out with a believable story that will allow them to ask questions about Gear's location. At the same time this is happening, within the Wet Grog's Tavern, the half-elf Nisea and her friend dwarf Brolin are gathering to celebrate the elf's birthday. The tavern grows cold, and while they continue for another round of drinks, the fire starts back up with an eerie blue flame. Not knowing whether to stay or go until a barmaid is lit on fire and her bones fall to the ground in a burst of flames, which immediately calls them to exit and soon get into combat with aid of a local guard, who goes down quickly but realizes this blue butterfly flame has the ability to change into the form of creatures it combats against. Taking down the wisp, they decide to head to the next tavern, because that's what you do, to continue a night of drinks. They are soon encountered by the remaining party members as they come into town and learn more, thanks to the aid of a friendly horse. As they gather for the night in the tavern, the group of 5 is greeted by a familiar forced voice to some as a large Orikayeth enters the scene. And that is where we are opening up currently. You all watch as this man enters into the Scarlet Horn. Again, I stated it has been snowing, probably not normal for this time of year, but there is snow on the ground. And he enters and addresses all of you.
What month is it?
It is the May month, which is 2 seconds. I got this. Okay, it's Masha. And we will say it is the 10th of Masha. It goes. Why not?
Zesa, it looks like you've healed quite well.
What the fuck? And I am going to run up to him as fast as I can and put all of my strength and like push into his abdomen because he's so tall. Can I make a strength check to try and.
Are you trying to like see if he's real?
I am trying to hurt him right now.
Actually, just roll like a unarmed strike, but use your proficiency bonus. So whatever you would roll to hit.
Okay. So that's a. I roll really good. That's a 20, dirty 20.
Okay. Does that hit by chance?
Yeah, let it hit.
Okay.
I'll let it slide.
I mean, I'm just like pushing him like as hard as I can.
Okay. So you watch Aoron as Zesa comes up to you and kind of like pushes you in the abdomen area to try and like not so much trip you up or anything like that, but like push you in your space, like.
Sure. And
What the fuck?
as she comes in and does the push and the punching and everything else, I'm just gonna like hug her and embrace her as you would like a child who's throwing a fit kind of thing. So I'm gonna grapple her.
Okay.
I don't want to. I'm trying to wiggle away.
Okay. Athletics to contested acrobatics.
26.
It's starting. Oh no.
You're getting hugged.
20
So
again.
luck and inspiration is a thing, folks. If you are subscribed to the Fable 42, you can give our lovely players luck and inspo. You can also give myself luck and inspo. Just putting that out there.
Smart.
So as I kind of hug and embrace her as she's yelling at me, and I kind of just look down at her and like gently getting her hair out of her face and just looking down and Zesa.
Why
me.
did you do that, Gear? Why?
Do what?
Why didn't you come home when you could? Why did you give up your way home for me? And where the fuck is Galileo?
I'm gonna take off my furs because it's hot in this tavern and in the studio. Well, I didn't come back because you were in desperate need of medical attention, and the primitive skills back here
before.
were not.
When Galileo left you, why
I
did
was-
you not come back then?
I was still fighting.
So
For a
why
while.
did he leave?
It's a great question.
I knew there was something weird about him.
I ask him almost every day.
What? You know where he is? He is still here?
I know where I buried him.
Did you kill him or did he die some other way?
I found him dead next to you.
What?
I made a choice. I sent you back instead. By the way, I am having this conversation quietly.
That helps because there would definitely be peeping Toms.
Of course. I'm trying to be secretive of obvious things.
I have so many questions. I woke up and the sanctuary is like not really a thing anymore. Like nobody is there. Everyone left. The guardian is let himself go. I'm sure he's only alive because of Flint, and I like point back to the table of I'm sure just heads looking towards
She just won. That's me.
And I'm gonna look at Sindar. I'm gonna go. Well, is that the guy? Is that who you were looking for?
Perhaps. I'm learning.
I'm gonna bust out laughing. The horse lied to you.
How did the horse lie? Hold on. Are you doubting Shadow as a truth sayer?
I thought you said he was gone. Left 2 weeks ago.
Well, yeah, and he's back now. Shadow could still be right.
I think the horse lied to you.
Perhaps we should
Anyways.
have this conversation another time.
No, there is no other time for this conversation. There is no other time. What other time is there? You have been here for 40 years. just living your life?
Yes. And you do notice that
You left.
it has been 40 years, but Aoran has not, or Gear to you, has not aged a
You
day.
didn't even try to come back. You had the serum, but yet you didn't try to come back.
When I had the opportunity, like I told you, I saved you instead.
Where was your original serum?
It was my serum.
So where was my serum?
Broken,
Where was Galileo's serum?
broken, shattered on the ground. Whatever killed both of you, or almost killed you, destroyed everything. And I no longer use the name Gia. I go by Aoran now.
Whatever you say, Gear. And I'm gonna walk away.
Are you walking back towards the group or in a different?
Yeah.
Okay. So you all kind of like have seen this from far away. The two kind of like are whisper talking to each other.
Probably every now and then saying, "What the fuck?"
yeah. But soon enough, Zesa returns back to the table.
I will follow back as well. Now, I'm familiar with Brolin and Nisea, or we've seen each other in passing.
You're familiar with Brolin, and I think you might have seen Nisea.
Okay.
But I don't know if y'all have had actual like interactions with each other.
I think it was like we've seen each other kind of in passing thing.
Sure. Brolin, it's good to see you.
You as well. I feel that I didn't think they were looking for you, but now that I see you, it's 2 and 2 together, you know?
Yes, I no longer go by my former birth name of Gear. I go by my given name, Eoren, now. And who are your friends, Zesa?
Is Flint?
I mean,
Like I said, she kept.
I've been around.
Yeah, she was at the.
You
She's
probably don't.
new to being an arbiter.
I would probably
Bounty hunting.
would I have seen Flint around? Probably.
Yeah, probably. Again, she hasn't been on actually any missions, but you probably would know her to be the adoptive daughter of the Guardian.
Oh,
And this is Cinder. I have just met him, but
Hello.
he's very magical.
I am Cinder. Friends call me Sin. And you are Aaron?
Eoren.
Gear?
Yes,
I do not go by Gear anymore.
that is your name.
Aoran.
Yes.
Right. But you're here and you've been here. I think we just completed our first mission, you guys.
I think we nailed it.
High five.
Yes?
I think the first mission of discretion you have failed.
You mean we're bounty hunters?
Yeah.
But yes, Flint, I have faint memories of seeing you in passing with my
Yeah,
old
I-
employer.
Well, he's awfully worried about you.
Sure he is. I'm sure he jumped to the notion to come look for me.
Well, a lot's happened since you've been back here doing what exactly?
Living
That
on
is
the
what I
land,
would like to know.
enjoying the balance and kind things of life.
Right.
I'm
I
gonna
can
sit
get
down right
behind
next
that.
to Cinder. Like a
Oh,
little
hello.
awkwardly close.
Hello, big man. How are you? Okay.
Hello,
Just
big
like
elf.
reach all the way up and just pat on your shoulder. All right. You're big.
I'm gonna pat on your shoulder too.
Now, okay. Yep. It's good. Sure.
I think at some point I would have made an insight check when Cinder brought back up the bounty hunter. I just feel like the way the night's been going, I probably forgot about the bounty hunter aspect. But then when he brought it up again, I'm wondering something's not right.
Okay, yeah. Roll a insight check.
Perfect. That's a natural 1.
Wow. They're whatever the hell they say they are.
Clearly, I know what I'm talking about.
Clearly.
This I'm a little confused. Shouldn't they be like grabbing them or attacking them or something if it's their bounty?
I mean, that's usually what bounty hunters do, isn't it? But
Usually.
and I think it's a little bit strange that bounty hunters are working together as a team. It seems a little odd to me.
Yeah, and like finding team members in random bars.
And do bounty hunters usually call their targets a part of a mission, or I don't really know how bounty hunting actually works, but
I mean, I'm not gonna lie, like some of their weird words have been a little weird. I get the gist of it, but I don't know. I don't know if mission is what they call it from where they're from.
where are you all from again?
The East.
Yeah, way east. You probably never heard of it.
Are we in the city currently? Which city
Yes,
are we
y'all
in?
are in the city of Dorne at the Scarlet Horn Tavern and Inn. You, aside from the innkeeper and the barkeep, are the only ones down in the...
We're from far east, the continent of Pre, over Asium, a small town north of Helio.
Yes. Thank
And-
you. I forget sometimes.
And they're hunting you, right?
Hunt is a strong word. It's part of their training. They have to hunt one of their own in order to see if they're good enough.
No.
And they've been
Believe
very
me,
sloppy
Gear,
with being secretive.
I'm
and things,
actually the head of this group now, so you've been gone for a very long time.
So they're hunting you, who you're not. Wait.
He left our employer on a mission, a whatever, and didn't come back. So we were sent to find him. And we found him after a very long time.
I retired.
Well,
That's,
you kind of
Well,
have to state that. Your
Right.
employer didn't quite know. And speaking of that, should we be getting back now that we've,
I don't. I'll be on. Hey, Zesa, you try and convince the big man. Because I don't
Well,
know if he's going to come
apparently
with.
He doesn't care. He will get other people involved in what he's involved, and then he leaves. So why would I try? We found him. We'll let them know.
Well, he did say he's retired, didn't he? I mean,
To be fair, usually retirement comes, when you've, told people, you've finished all of your things, you've said, hey, I think I'm going to retire,
You don't
and I'm
normally
going to go do
retire in
this.
the middle
This
of
is
a
what
mission.
I'm doing.
That is exactly what I did when I sent you back, letting the Guardian know I was alive and I was done. So that
That
guilt
was not
and everything else falls on
implied.
him. How long?
What?
How long did it take before you came back? 2 years? I'm sure he was very anxious to come get me.
All
He's
right.
not anxious to do anything, but that's not the point. The point is you left and you didn't tell anybody. If we never came back, you would have lived your life here and never would have cared.
Yeah, I sorry to interject. I just we're casting an awful lot of dispersions against your.
There are other people, sorry. Flint. There are other people that I could tell about your whereabouts. So,
Wait, are we threatening him now?
I
Is
am
that-
threatening him.
Okay. Maybe we should all take a breath. Perhaps.
Because he's not giving any answers, is he? He retired. He told everyone. No, he did not.
I told the
Well-
Guardian.
Well, he did not get the message.
Yeah.
Pretty sure he did. He just didn't tell you.
Guardian of what?
It's just
Exactly.
his title.
Yeah, he's lit. I met him today, or recently. Recently, it's been a long day, but I met him recently,
Our story
and
is unraveling.
Yeah. Yep. Sure is.
You know,
Sure is.
and I've given you guys outs, and you guys just ignore them, and then just keep going with your
All
crazy
right,
story. But it's fine.
So,
I've met him recently, and he is quite literally called the Guardian.
He's the guardian of
Guardian of the
knowledge. He's the
East.
guardian of our employer, or my former employer.
I mean, DM, like at this point, like, do you still want me to roll an insight check, or is it fair to say that their story
two
isn't
are
making much
starting to
sense?
put together that it's not like your buzz is kind of like.
Okay. Yes. So I don't, honestly, I don't quite believe anything that you're saying anymore, and I'm not quite sure what the entire deal is here. So I'm going to have a drink, and if you all I don't know, you sort your things out, you can always come and drink with us, and
Yep.
yeah,
Okay, so we're leaving then.
I mean, I suppose. I mean, it is night time. You could always stay, and
We do have rooms. Should we sleep on it, perhaps? Say
I
so?
My team will reconvene in the morning, and I'm going to bed.
That's all I need to
And
hear.
I turn on my heels and go upstairs.
I'm gonna stay and drink and eat. And
Yeah.
Do what I was gonna do.
So, Aoron, did I get that right?
Close enough.
All right, I'll take it as a win. So what exactly have you been doing?
Walking the land, farming, living my life, bringing trinkets and things to sell to Brolin or have him make, well, do other things, and drinking and having a grand old time.
So you've been happy,
As happy as I can be, yes.
and you're safe.
As safe as anyone can be, yes.
That's all I need to know. I'm satisfied. Flint?
I think while you've been having a pretty grand time, things have gotten pretty grim back at the sanctuary. And what you've put that whole organization through, I've seen it firsthand. It's been a rough little bit.
And how did I put them in that situation?
Well, no one knew. No one knew what happened. And apparently this whole time it's just, yeah. Don't go anywhere. Just don't go anywhere.
I live
we'll
here.
back
I
with
don't
this
plan on
again.
going anywhere.
Great. Great. She's going to grab her key and she's going to go up to her room.
Interesting friend you have there, Cinder.
Yes, we've only become a team recently, and, I
But
think
today, apparently today.
recently,
so-
yes.
You used recently and today pretty interchangeably, just so you know.
Yes. It's fine. But no, I think their problem, if they have one, I think they're totally justified in their frustration. I think there's a lot of emotion because, from what I understand, you were somebody they looked up to and then you abandoned them.
I abandoned them by saving one of them. Just so I'm clear.
Right.
I go on
I
on a mission.
understand that.
No, let's be clear. I go on a mission with faulty information from our boss, and it goes south, and my partner leaves with an inch of his life, thinking me for dead because I was damn near close to it. You all come back with reinforcements and get bent right over to Zesa was within an inch of her life, and my partner now lie dead, and I buried him, my longest living friend. So then, yes, I had a choice. Either I'm selfish and I go back, or I send Zesa back with a message that I'm alive and stop looking for me. So anything that follows after that has nothing to fucking do with me.
I'm not saying
Our
he
employer
does.
is selfish and greedy.
I'm not saying he's not. I'm not arguing that with you. I'm just
Sure.
saying that people are hurt.
Go
And
ahead.
they're looking to you for comfort. Clearly. They've
I've-
wanted to see you this whole time.
And
I don't
made my
even know
amends
who you
40
are.
years ago.
But they haven't gotten that peace yet.
Well,
And they're looking for it, and you're just telling them to walk away and get over it.
it's
You've
not
had
exactly
you've
what I
had
said.
40 years
Sure.
to move on. 40. They have not had that. It hasn't felt like that to them.
Of course.
Give them time.
All I have is time. And time
Okay.
is a funny word.
It is.
I think just for you guys, time is a funny. Like for me, it's actually pretty consistent. Like it goes forward at a constant rate. I can measure it. You guys are having a little trouble with your time measurements here.
Right. Anyways, and I stand up. I'm going to go to bed because I've had quite the time. Aaron, I'm glad you're alive. I don't even know you, and I'm happy that you're alive.
I'm glad you got roped into something that you have no idea about.
Yep. That's what I get for trying to be a hero, and I walk away.
All sound like you have quite a complicated little relationship thing going on here. All of you.
Apparently. Have we... I know we've seen each other in passing. Aoron,
I'm Nasea. It's nice to meet you.
you as well.
It's your birthday.
It is my birthday today,
It's your
actually.
birthday. And I'll raise my arm up to the barkeep and have him bring some more ales and things.
Do I know what room Zesa and Flint are in?
I think we all have our own rooms, right?
Right.
And I think,
Probably. You'd probably know where they are, where we are.
and as you come up, I think Flint's actually like waiting at your door, kind of like leaned back, foot up against the door, just like shuffling a deck of cards.
Oh, perfect. Just who I wanted to see. How are you?
Complicated, right?
Mm-hmm.
I don't like hearing everyone talk so ill about, the Guardian. He's kind of important
Right.
to me, but and knowing that he went through all that he went through kind of for nothing because he's fine. I mean, granted, a bunch of people died.
Right.
It's a complicated day. But at the same time, I can't really blame someone for wanting to be happy.
Right.
Oh, I totally forgot. These are for you. And she's going to hand him the deck of cards.
Okay.
They're a gift from the Guardian. He said something about they'll help you like get control of your magic or something. I don't know.
Okay. Cool. Thank you.
Yeah. And hey, I'm glad you're here. I'm glad you, I don't know, came along in that alleyway.
Yeah. I sometimes don't understand why I did it.
And I would understand if you're not happy that you did.
I don't think I'm particularly upset.
That's a start. That's
But
good.
it's more trying to figure out what I can do now that I'm here.
Yeah. Well, maybe those will help. I don't know.
Maybe. Should I draw one now?
I mean, I kind of want to see what'll happen, but I mean, I don't know what could happen.
Maybe tomorrow.
Yeah, perhaps tomorrow. Today's
Yeah,
been
just some
today's been
sleep on
weird.
it. Yeah.
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 All right.
Okay.
I'm right over there, so I'm gonna
Yeah, no, you go. Yeah, sorry, excuse me. Yeah, no, you're good.
night.
Night.
I'm gonna look at Brolin and Nisea, and so how did you meet those three?
Here. Like,
Yeah.
they walked in, wanted to look in information.
I think they were looking for you, actually.
Well, right.
Yeah.
Look, that was all really confusing. I don't think you're going to be clearing anything up for me tonight.
Wasn't trying
But-
to. Was just curious.
But you guys are really bad bounty hunters.
Oh, really, really
Oh,
good.
yeah. Was it
No,
like a
remember
level
that
spec
time you said
earlier?
like your friend? I mean, I'm sorry your friend died, but it sounds like you guys kept coming back to a situation and getting in trouble.
Well, it happens when you take a job that's a little over your head. Lack
And
of
far from home?
communication. It's part of the job. You go far from home to find something or someone, and sometimes things get out of hand, and sometimes information was not clear of your duties or jobs. And obviously things go south, and everything else is reactionary.
It sounds like some of my past relationships.
Well, what about you, Nessie? Are you gonna head home for the night?
I guess so. I mean, unless our friend around here wants to have another drink.
I'll probably have one more and then head home.
That's fair. I mean,
We
why
don't
was
have
the
any
small one
plans.
so angry at you, though?
It's complicated.
Oh, I know how that is.
Nessie, I'll make
What?
this offer once. We haven't done this in a while.
Oh,
We
yeah?
could just drink until the sun comes up.
Oh,
We don't have any plans tomorrow, do we?
I don't think so. You're trying to kill me.
I already whistled the bartender over for.
Oh,
Best way to celebrate birth is get
Mm.
right back there close to the edge.
oh no! You're gonna make me pass. You're gonna make me pass out on this table, aren't you?
The barmaid
I'll make
comes
sure you get
over with more drinks for the table. With that, also luck to Aorin, inspo to Nisea, luck to
cool.
Flint,
Thank you.
inspo to Brolin, luck to Zaysa, and inspo to Brolin.
So I'm gonna stay up with them and drink until the night, and like right where I feel like I'm gonna get pretty terrible, I'm gonna secretly cast Lesser Restoration on myself, and then keep going until they pass out, and then do it again.
The tactic.
We're like,
Do you like go to the bathroom and cast it? Like, do you do it right there? Or do you like sneak away? And
I might just like rub my knee and then do it.
Oh my god! I wish I could do that.
because there's a chance I might recognize it.
Oh,
Are we
saying.
are we
That's fair.
drinking
Just saying.
like meta? Are we having like a competition?
I'm just
What's going on?
obviously I'm
It's your
processing a lot,
birthday.
and yeah,
It's your birthday.
it's up to you.
I know how much you love competition.
I love competition.
I know. That's why I said that.
I wanna yell at the barkeep again or the barmaid and just be like, "Remember our last one lit on fire."
Oh my god.
Scare her. But yeah, I guess we're just gonna be drinking until I pass out.
Another luck to Aorin and an inspo to Zaysa. So, those that are drinking throughout the whole night, can I get some con saves?
Oh God.
That seems fair.
Dirty 20.
I'm not using that dice though.
Oh no.
But also, the reason why I was doing the lesser restoration thing is I was going to carry them to a room and lay them down to sleep. Face on the side
23.
so they don't
Trying to
choke on their throw up.
23 for
Oh.
me.
get them to the point of
Got a 17.
slumber exhaustion. Okay. They're doing pretty good so far. They are in.
I don't get hangovers.
Oh, I got a 20.
Okay. The night further goes in. The barmaids are just like, they're at their counters, kind of like eyeing all of you, wondering when you all are going to quit drinking, but they're not going to say that as they continuously bring you more and more drinks. But they are kind of wondering that in the back of their heads. You kind of see a little bit of unease every time they set 2 or 3 more tankards down on the table and walk away. Another round of con saves.
Oh boy. Here we go again.
Also, while all this is going on, Cinder just goes into his room and goes fetal and weeps for a bit. And then goes to sleep.
Do we hear
are
him
you,
crying?
Crying to a point of actual audible sounds? That
No,
others in-
it's just
okay.
silent
Nice.
sobbing.
Just silent
Nice.
weeping.
Like a real man. I don't know.
Had their pillow manners.
I think
Mental health's not fun.
I got a 12, by the way.
Okay, it's first starting to hit on Nisea. You're
Oof.
trying to keep up, and the drinks just don't seem to be giving up. It's about roughly 2:00 now in the morning. You've drank past your birth year, so
That's
you're
a win.
in the new day. But you're definitely starting. These are starting to add up. Another round of con saves, but Zaysa disadvantage.
Oh, you mean me?
Nisea?
Nisea.
Oh yeah, it's not Zaysa.
To be fair, you
Like, what
didn't
am
hear
I
my
doing?
roll.
Why do I need to do it?
Zaysa's not even
Ooh,
drinking.
that's a good roll.
Stats.
Come on, another good
Stats.
roll. Oh, no.
Oh.
To
What
be
did you
fair,
get?
you didn't hear my second round roll. It was a 2-round night for Brolin. I rolled an 8 on my con save. The second
Oh,
roll.
so you're hitting
Yeah.
the same as Nisea.
Yeah, so disadvantage now. I'm trying.
It was a 13 for me for that
Yeah.
third roll.
14.
Dirty 20.
Okay. One more round.
Disadvantage still, yeah. Yep.
Oh my
yeah,
god,
for
I'm
you
rolling
too.
amazing. I'm going to die later.
I get sloppy, but I stay sloppy. I'm at 14 again.
We're
Okay.
like doing very good rolls for the drinking, but later.
21.
Was 13 yours, Nisea?
Yeah.
Okay. Around this time, it's about 3:30-ish. And after this round, kind of at the same time, sort of, Brolin and Nisea kind of just pass out. at the
And she's
table.
just like screaming before she falls asleep. Carry
Like,
me to
at
sleep.
the peak, and then complete fall. Just
I will pay for 2 rooms, and I will carry both of them to rooms. I don't know where they live.
okay. So
I already had a key. You might see
Brolin
it
has a
on me.
key.
Yeah, I have a
The
key.
innkeeper would have informed you. It's
Got it.
probably on his person.
Am I asleep or am I like out of it? Just like
Just like out of it? Y'all are in and out of consciousness, but it's
you are
like
very
that.
strong.
Y'all are
You are a very
getting
strong
transported to your bed, but
It's
you
time
don't know
for
how you got there, sort of deal. It's one of those. But you all, with Aoran's help, are able to rest up for the rest of the night in your own separate beds within this inn tavern.
I wanted to, before Flint goes to bed, she's like, and probably up pretty late, like pacing back and forth for like a good long while, just kind of
Mhm.
thinking over everything. And I think she takes out a cigarette that she stowed in her boot and hid and is kind of like chain smoking a little bit and takes out Glinda and is just kind of like fiddling with it, like flipping it in her hand a little bit. She like flips it out and then flips it back and then flips it out and flips it back. But when she flips it back, it isn't there anymore. And she has like a moment of like, what? And then thinks about it and it's there again and is kind of starting to discover some things.
Nice.
But
Is anyone else doing anything before the night's over?
Any other coping strategies?
I'm gonna go outside in the back and go take a nap in a hammock until the sun comes up, and then be downstairs bright and early when the sun is up.
Aaron's like a robot.
So those that went to sleep at a normal time, roll me a initiative to see who kind of wakes up first.
It's like initiative. What?
For attacking.
Nat 20 for 29.
Nice.
Did you just go back to your room and fall asleep right away? Get the full night's sleep?
Yeah, she
It was angry sleep.
Angry sleep.
Sleep.
It's like when you're just like yelling at your partner and you're like, ah, and you just start snoring and the partner's like, what the fuck?
What was yours, Cinder?
Natural 20 for a 19.
Oh, nice. Did you get a minus to initiative?
Oh no.
Wow.
Caitlin had a
No.
minus to initiative for a really
Oh
long
my
time.
god. I made a special item for that.
So Zaysa, you wake up pretty early in the morning, kind of usual routine for you. It was a good night's sleep compared to the 2 years
It
of suspended
was-
animation.
It was my first like, normal sleep in such a long time.
Lucid
Oh.
dreams.
But I would say you would wake up before the sun rises, so fully rested. And then Cinder, you would wake up around 7:30 ish, and the rest of you would wake up accordingly afterwards. Most of you, Nasei and Brolin, would wake up at the room service, housekeeping, however you want to call it, knocking at your door, wondering if you want to check out or
Can I rage?
oh no.
If there's anyone at the bottom or like
Having
out in the
some
common
PTSD
room,
right
as soon
now.
as Brolin's awake, he runs like in his not like his Under Armour like it's basically like a what is it like the like if you're cold you put on like a whole onesie of
Oh,
like
God.
just you
Long
know
Johns?
just long johns, yeah, just running down the
Oh,
hall.
no.
My shield, my shield. And I go in there and I see my shield. It's hopefully it's like up against the wall. The thing's freaking massive. So once I see it, I kind of calm down and I just slink back to my room to get ready.
So I'd probably just go downstairs into like the main area and find a table and sit and wait for everyone else to wake up.
Okay. The new crew of staff is cycling through. There is almost sort of like a buffet style breakfast going on. They have kind of a big center dish with rolls and cheeses and some meats and fruits available for everyone. Plus, you can have the cook make other food as well if you don't want like a light meal, essentially.
Yeah, I just take whatever's out.
Okay.
Even though I wake up early, I just lay in bed. I don't move.
You crying again?
Would I get into
Not crying,
the
I'm
tavern
just
before other people
coping.
wake up?
What was that?
Would I get into the tavern before other people wake up to potentially talk to Zaso?
Yeah. It's still pretty early in the morning.
I mean, I'm not getting up for a while, so I'm like, go away.
And I rolled a 29, so I think I'm up before everyone.
So I just walk into the tavern. Maybe she's grabbing food or something. And good morning.
Morning. I don't know if it's good.
You sound like Galileo. Would you like to try this again?
I'd like for you to actually tell me why you left and didn't say anything, because I did not get the message.
Well,
whether you
first
said
off,
one or
as
not.
the leader of this group, you are absolutely failing.
I am not fit to be a leader.
Regardless, Zesa. In the 5 minutes I was in the tavern, all three of you were just blabbermouthing all sorts of nonsense you should not be doing in this town.
Well, I don't think that you have much room to say anything since you retired, so you don't even work for
It doesn't matter.
It does, though.
It doesn't. At all.
I should have just turned you in when I had the chance.
Turn me into what? Exactly.
To the Hege Industries. That's why I found you to begin with. And then you said, oh no, you should come and work for us. You know, your skills could come in handy. And then you fucking left.
Zesa, sit the fuck down and take a breath. No one left.
Yeah, you did.
I went on a mission.
And you decided to not come back, which means you
Are you
left.
going to keep interrupting me like a child, or would you like me to speak to you?
You're only speaking to me because I'm forcing you to, because I came back.
I could have
You would
fucking
have
left.
lived the rest of your life without
I could have left
ever
again,
talking
shouldn't
to me
I?
again.
I could have been gone. But no. I came back to the tavern to talk to you. And to sort out whatever nonsense you've been told, whatever lies you've been filled with, and give you some truth. Carefully and tactfully, without impeding any more ripples and nonsense with jabberwalking. So, I did not leave. Our lovely employer gave us pieces of information and sent me and Galileo pretty much to our death. I don't know how I survived. And I was in a really bad place for a really long time. And I made my way back to where it all began, thinking that maybe you guys would send someone to save me. And all I saw were remnants of other team members gone, and you and Galileo there, lying. My best friend and the best person I've ever trained, lying dead and almost dead. Was done. Was done with the lies. Was done with being sent somewhere blind. And I made a choice. Either I let you die there, alone, or I go back and live my life how I was. And I chose to save you. And send our employer a message that he failed to tell you. Do you think it's convenient that he was moping around and doing whatever else Flint was saying and feeling sorry for himself? And you were sleeping for 2 years?
Everyone
That sounds...
left.
Why do you think they left, Zaysa?
I don't know, because I didn't really stick around to ask.
Because we all are on the job of bullshit. And we can all smell it a mile away. So something
I don't care
happened.
about any of that. I cared about you leaving.
I didn't leave, I just didn't come back.
Which is pretty much the same thing.
Would you rather have me let you die? Because
At
there's
this
no
point,
there's no
what
one
does
here
it-
that would be able to save you. In the state that
It
you were
doesn't
in.
matter.
Great, then you wouldn't be here bitching at me right now if I let you stay here. You would be dead. Buried next to Galileo.
Who cares?
That's a great attitude. No one came looking for me after I sent you back.
Because apparently everyone left.
And why? Those are the questions you should be asking. I couldn't come back. Even if I wanted to. So I understand your pain.
I don't think you do.
I do.
I
You
don't
think it was
you
fun
do.
sitting here for 40 years, knowing that I lost my closest friends? And I sent you back not knowing what happened? Do you think that was fun? Being here alone for that long?
You made that decision.
Sure, you can keep pointing the finger. And I'd do it again. I wouldn't sacrifice your life for mine. And your new friend Cinder gave me a good perspective. That I've had 40 years to deal with my anger. To deal with my frustrations. And you're gonna see Aeron start to, like, maybe get a little bit bigger. But it feels like he's getting in his seat. And he's just, like, maybe sitting up more. And then he sits back down. And I've dealt with the anger and the pain and the sadness. The regret and the doubt of all of it. And I've made my peace.
Well, that is nice. Some of us haven't had, Flint has had 2 years to deal with all of the things that have happened. I have had a day because I've been sleeping for the past 2 years.
Yes, and it takes time.
I see Galileo come back spouting that you're dead, or that you potentially are dead, just leaving you.
And I should have been dead. I told him to leave.
That is not what you said last night.
Solo doesn't remember what I said 10 minutes ago.
You just said that he left, and you know.
That's a mood. That's a mood.
So, Redcon, I'll repeat whatever I just said last night.
So, we gather everyone that we could, and we came to look for you, and then everyone got shot with light and died. It was me and Galileo left. And then I wake up with everyone gone. Flint literally force-feeding the Guardian mac and cheese. Cinder trying to hide and failing miserably.
Again,
And the Guardian is saying that the only information he had was that your Rosarium serum was used on me. That's all he had.
well, when you go back, you can ask him again.
I would like to know what was in the message. Was it a letter? What was it? What did it say exactly?
I'm alive. I'm done with the lies. Don't come and find me.
Of course he's not going to tell other people what you said.
Then why are you here, Zesa?
Because I told him I was going to find you. Because I said, well, obviously he is alive. I'm going to go.
But that's
I
not
didn't
his
give him
will.
a choice.
So I'm not going to sit here and listen to him being, oh no, Aeron
I dragged
is
his
gone.
daughter and some random person off the streets. I don't even know where he was found. Because I didn't know what I was doing. And now I'm forced to be a leader, and I'm not fit to be a leader.
You are. I knew it the first time I saw you.
All I want is to send my family money. And I could have had so much money if I just sent you to the Hesian Industries.
And you would have been the one to live with that.
I didn't know you.
I didn't know you either, but I took a chance.
And
I
then
didn't
you
force
abandoned
you
me.
to do anything.
You
gave
could
you-
have tried to send a message to me directly.
I was trying to keep you from finding me and coming back here and
Well,
dealing
you
with
did
this
a
nonsense.
terrible job. You should have known me better than that.
Well, in the moment, I didn't have much time to think about a letter or anything.
I don't know what to do now, so glad to know that you're alive. Hope the rest of your life is nice.
So if the Guardian sent you and Galileo
He did
and
not
the team,
send me.
I'm
Oh,
talking about the original
before.
team, to come look for me, why did you all look for the item that Galileo and I were trying to find?
I think that we went to the last spot that you all were at to see if there were clues. That's what I was told. That is what Galileo said because he was the leader of that mission.
Zesa, that's what I'm trying to get you to understand. If it was a rescue mission, you wouldn't have gone to our mission that we failed.
Well, I don't know these things.
I know.
This was like
you
maybe
don't.
the 5th time I'd ever done anything like that.
I understand.
And my first time with random people I didn't know. And a lot of them were just, they're all leaders and they're all like going at it about, well, you know, it was kind of chaos.
DM, would I have picked up on some of the remnants of the team that was annihilated? Those other members, like Brent and Paul and Salty? Because I feel like because you guys found something, I don't know this, but you guys found something that was there. So I'm assuming with because I'm in survival and tracking is my specialties, so I would have assumed that I would know who went on that mission, but you can tell me otherwise.
Essentially, yes, there would have been remnants of some of their gear left behind, sort
Okay.
of how Glinda was there. You would have probably found some of those dipped in corruption type arrows that Farabin had.
Okay.
Yeah.
Zesa, just so I'm clear, you've gone on several missions, right? There's always one team leader on a mission.
Yes.
Why were you on a mission with 4 team leaders?
Well, I think there was only 3. I don't think Fletch was a leader yet. But I don't know.
It
I
just
don't
doesn't.
know.
It never sat well with me. And I appreciate you coming back for me the first time. And while the stubbornness in me appreciates the stubbornness in you for you coming back the second time, I hear you, and I hear your pain. I don't know what you want from me. I don't. I didn't have a way to go back. I didn't have a way to communicate. I'm here with my hands tied, and I made the best of it. And I'm just gonna step away from the table and go to the buffet and get some food, and then come back, sit back down.
Anomaly detected.
Where's that coming
Anomaly detected from your armillary.
What the fuck?
What's wrong? Oh, you heard?
Anomaly?
Did you hear that too? I thought that was just in my head.
I don't know. Was it in just your head?
Any arbiter would probably be able to hear.
What anomaly? Where is it?
How do I?
Around,
Yeah. How do I communicate with my situation?
basically, she can create a link where most of her intel will be telepathically sent to you.
Okay.
Unless it's something in the sense of.
But the
anomalies.
alert would go to arbiters.
Yes, it's essentially actual arbiters. I'm not sure if Flint and Sindair would get it if they were down there.
Got it.
So you've retired, yet you're still getting notifications on anomalies.
I'm assuming it's been quiet for a while.
Yeah, this is kind of the first time you came across it, a while back, but
Yeah.
this is the first time it's actually giving you something.
Other than the other stuff.
Yeah,
Right.
other than the
Yeah.
other stuff.
No, I hasn't said a peep in a very long time.
But you still have it.
It's connected with other technologies that I've been using the past 40 years.
Mm.
Identify anomaly.
Processing. And around that time, the doors to the tavern kind of open up, and you see a couple of individuals, two humans, couple, walk up, and they're just like, "Oh, where did that heat wave come from? I don't know. Snowing last night. I had my entire wardrobe reassessed. And then this, it's bloody burning out there. I can't deal with this. Temperature, exceedance."
We might have a problem. Was there another reason why you all came here?
Well, I believe that Flint and Cinder were talking about, the map and the sanctuary was going on about other anomalies and things, but
Wonderful.
I didn't really listen if they told me.
We should finish our breakfast and gather our friends. But I will let you make those calls, because you are the leader. And he's gonna big old toothy Orikayeth grin, and I ate my breakfast.
And for the rest of you, if you have not already, the thing that kind of compels you to get out of bed is the rise in temperature. It feels like it's 105, 110 degrees out, and the sun has just barely risen.
Plus a hangover? That's the worst.
Yeah, I'm gonna.
That's the worst.
I'm gonna say it's gonna be coming out of her room into the main area, and she's just visibly angry.
There was a lot of people upstairs kind of complaining, "Where's all the cold water at?" and things of that nature for some of the guests who stayed over the night. People are kind of antsy at this heat wave that's sort of hit them all of a sudden.
So as I'm laying in bed and I just am baking, yep. I finally decide, okay, this is too uncomfortable, and I go to roll out of bed, but I was like too close to the edge, so I fall and just smack the ground, and then I get up, and then I shamble out of the room, and then I just wait outside of Flint's door, just kind of like excited, because I know something's going on, and I'm just like, ooh.
Yeah, Flint will come out. God, is it always like this in this time? This is miserable.
I have no idea. It can't be, right?
I wouldn't imagine so. I mean, let's go find our team leader, huh?
Sure. Lead the way, second leader.
Oh, I'm the... How exciting. Okay.
New developments.
And they'll go downstairs.
Brolin is going to walk in, still wearing the underoos. Like if it's hot, then he's not going to put any more clothes on. That's silly. He's going to grab a bowl and load it with like some of the meats and hopefully potatoes. He's going to go up to the barkeep and be like, "Hey, if you got any eggs, you just crack them into here, throw them in a skillet, let them all cook up, and then just give it to me. That'd be great." Oh God, this hangover. And I'll just go sit down like with a jug of I just pick up a jug. I just don't even know what it is, and I just try to drink it.
The cook is just looking at you, and he takes the dish over to the back to start cooking.
Nice.
"Oh, I'm going to burn alive with this fire today." So eventually you all are kind of moseying your way down into that central space of complaining customers and other people.
As soon as I see them sitting at the table, I'm going to be like, did you guys work on that story a little bit? You got like a polished version that we could hear this morning?
No.
Oh, well you're honest, so that's good.
No,
God, it's
I'm not going
fucking
to
hot.
do anything else until I assess that you are trustworthy.
Again, seems like a smart idea. I appreciate it.
I'm gonna walk to the front door and kind of peek out to see what's going on.
Okay, make a perception check.
As I'm coming down, I see Aoron doing this, and I try to copy him without him
Make
seeing.
a perception check. Actually, make a stealth check. You're
Oh,
doing the same thing,
absolutely.
but you're doing it stealth.
I got 14, but my
Absolutely.
passive perception is a 19.
Okay.
That's an 8 on stealth.
I totally knew he was there.
Yeah.
Do
While
you want
they're
me to make a perception check as well?
Yeah, you could try.
Okay, I can certainly try. 11,
Nice.
but my passive is 14.
Okay.
Everyone's like, my passive is higher.
Well,
Passive.
that my passive is because he was sneaking, and if he would have gotten higher, I would have been like, "What do you see?"
Yeah. You kind of picked up on Sindare mimicking you in the background before Sindare knew he was going to be mimicking you in the background. But anyways, with those perception checks, as you open the door to the tavern, you get this muggy heat that kind of
God.
billows into you, Aoran. And as you look out, you can kind of almost see like the simmer of the steam kind of rising off the top of some of the rooftops and the other areas. There's a lot of people kind of grumpily moving about doing their day-to-days, but overall people are sweating, they're not happy, and it's just very, very muggy heat.
As they're doing their cute little lookout together, Flint's gonna sidle up to Zaysa. Hey, did you guys get to iron some things out this morning?
Maybe. I don't fully know. I just know a lot of the things are not fully adding up.
Yeah. It's all a bit weird.
I know you're close with the Guardian, but
Yeah.
I mean, you were there when everyone left. He sent multiple leaders out at the same time on the same mission, and they all died.
I mean, but if they couldn't do it, I mean, what was an amateur gonna do in that situation? You know what I mean? Like,
Yes,
what are you
but
saying?
why did he? I'm not saying anything. It's something that Gear said, and it struck me odd that that would actually be a thing that he would do, and then everyone else left. I wasn't there. I'm very new to this. I might be the most experienced amongst you and Sindare, but I'm still very green when it comes to our mission. So I just think that maybe we're not giving the whole truth.
Well, excuse me if I don't necessarily jump to trust some dude who's been playing pretend in the past, you know?
I get it, but
I get what you're saying.
Gear's the reason I am here.
I know that. And the Guardian's
Could've
the reason I
easily-
am.
I was stalking him to turn him into someone else who was looking for him. And
Oh.
he convinced me to join the sanctuary and to work for the Guardian. So I am here because of him. He could have easily killed me. Easily. I mean, he is a giant person. He could have just stepped on me pretty much. But so I can't help but to trust him more. I know that your loyalty lies elsewhere, but
Yeah.
I think it's just something to think about.
I definitely I think there's answers that we both still want. But the grief that I saw the Guardian go through, that was real. You know? So
Sure. But maybe there's someone else involved. Maybe someone else is forcing him to do these things.
maybe. I don't know. I don't know about that. I just what are we gonna do now though? Are we gonna like take him back? Are we gonna go back without him? I mean, I
don't know. I'm able to send a message, but I don't know if I want to right now.
to the Guardian?
Yes.
I mean, it couldn't hurt to check in, I don't think, but I mean,
I
you
don't know if I want to give him this information if he is trying to. I don't know. I think
What?
we need to try and find some more information. I don't know how, but there's an anomaly though.
Oh.
Here
Oh,
got a notification, but
well, that's exciting and bad.
I think it
That's
has
bad
something
work.
to do with the weather.
Oh, I thought it was just maybe always like this back then.
No,
back
from
now.
what others are saying, it is not normal.
Okay. Well, maybe that's what we do now. Well, this is exciting. Something's always happening.
Yes, so I think we search out this new anomaly and figure out the next plan from there.
All right. But hey, when you do send word back to the Guardian, just let me know. I'd like to, let him know.
Of course.
Cool. Let's go see what these boys are looking at, I guess, huh?
Yeah, you see Sten there. He's trying to act like gear. This is very odd.
Did you
It's-
see anything?
Slowly back away.
I guess not. I'll turn and walk back to the table.
And I'll play it cool as soon as he turns around. Just like, oh yeah, long night.
There, you're not
What?
going any-
What? I am not. I'm just waking up. Look at me. Yawn. Ooh. Okay.
Could you keep your voice down? I just cannot handle it right now.
Oh, you're right.
Yes.
Sorry.
I don't feel very good.
And Nisea is going to be definitely not drinking any ale. Like she's going to be having some water.
Eyes closed, just like, yeah, I'm struggling with this heat.
Like, what is happening anyway? What is with this fucking heat?
So this isn't normal? This isn't a normal heat
No.
around these parts?
It's usually quite mild right now.
I mean, it was snowing yesterday.
It was snowing last night. I forgot.
Right. You're so observant, I'm amazed you didn't pick up
I
on
am easily, I mean, above and beyond most people with my observation skills. But lately, it's been a tough time, you know? I don't know.
I don't believe you.
That's
don't
fine.
believe
You don't have to believe me. That's
any
cool.
any of you. Honestly, I'm surprised that you're all still here.
This guy's cool, pointing to Aaron. He drank with us last night.
Yeah, he's super cool. Look at him. He's like, he is built. I have nothing but Flint, I feel like I should stop talking. Should I stop
think-
talking?
Yeah.
No, please go on.
No.
Okay. I'll go sit down somewhere. Yes, that's the thing to do. And I go sit down by myself.
Sten there. Don't sit by yourself.
No, it's cool. I'm comfortable.
It's
I'm-
worse when you call him out for it.
Please come sit with everyone else.
Oh, you need me? Okay. Sure. And I awkwardly get up from the table I just sat down at and shuffle over.
Around that time, the cook had one of the barkeeps come over to drop off Brolin's plate. It is sizzling. He sets it down in front of you. The eggs are well cooked. The rest of the food and meats are just, stout and bubbling in the bowl that you kind of makeshifted for them. The barkeep, he kind of wipes his brow and puts his towel on his side. Is there anything else that you might need, sir?
Toss him a copper just to like thank him, but I don't open my eyes. I kind of just put it up like this. I never open my eyes. I actually almost throw up from all the smells that just get put in front of me. I don't know if you guys know, like a bad hangover, and then all of a sudden, it doesn't matter how good it smells. If it's just a lot of smells, it's just, so I fight it back, but then I just take it a little bit, blow it off, and just start eating. Just barely, not even opening my eyes the whole time.
And Nasea's gonna reach over and steal some of his food. She's like, "Oh, what's this?"
Yep.
This is disgusting.
Oh,
You should
and
try it.
Nasea is gonna actually like pass a silver to the cook.
Fix it.
So our plans have slightly changed. There's a new development that we are going to search for. And yes, that is what I can say at this time in mixed company.
Got it.
We're
New
not
thing
heading-
happening.
We're not heading home yet.
Right.
So
we-
mission parameters have changed.
I mean, have they though? Because your mission was not come find me.
That was the mission because I
Right.
created the mission.
Correct. She made the mission. I'm just here doing the thing.
And the other things were just extra bonus, extra credit.
I mean,
adds
it was
this-
more. It gave us. It was kind of an excuse to come look.
Of course.
So I think we've
Technic-
established that you are not bounty hunters in any way, shape, or form. So what
it's
are
pretty
you
clear.
like? Honestly, what are y'all doing here?
No,
Well, I
mean,
think that the best.
I mean,
way
we're
is-
totally.
The best word is bounty hunter. I mean, we are
Yeah.
looking for something to return.
Okay, so something, not someone.
it depends.
So like,
Something
maybe
and-
adventuring party would be better.
Vague
Oh,
but
oh.
accurate.
That's what we do. We're an adventuring party.
Just the two of you?
I mean, we do have
Oh,
adventures,
yeah.
don't we?
Oh yeah, we've been
Yeah,
all
they-
around Dorne.
You think that there needs to be more than the two of us?
I'm just saying that it's a small team.
Oh, maybe
just-
you're a
I just-
large team. You ever think of that?
When you call it like an adventuring duo at that point, I mean,
Yeah, not really a
I think
party.
it implies more of like a group dynamic. Not
Like
to
if-
mince words or anything, but sorry, back to the point. Do we know
Look,
if we're going to start
Hold
looking?
on. Look, before this group goes any further, anytime we're judging each other on words we're using, remember that you guys have been spewing some words that we have never heard before. So let's not get on
Probably
each
because
other's
we're
case
from the
about
east
words.
and you.
Exactly.
You haven't
So you're
Both of
judging us based upon where we're from? Is that
You
what I'm
see,
hearing?
I don't even believe any of that anymore. Anything you say, don't quite believe you. So
Well, you don't have to.
Let's
believe us.
establish that we are going to have some miscommunications here.
Absolutely.
Cool.
Sure.
Let's get that out there. No frustration. It's just going to happen.
And I think our side of the group is totally fine with you not understanding everything.
What a weird thing to say.
I'm just
Cool.
saying. I'm just
Cool.
saying we're
very
like you don't
neat.
need to understand everything.
all right, I'm gonna excuse myself and go sit at the counter because I'm not dealing with this. You guys, good luck. We'll see ya.
I'm not going to leave quite yet, though. I'm going to let her
Claire,
walk
why
away.
did you have to do that? These are people that are local to the area that could potentially help us.
What? They can still help us.
But you're making her leave. She's
I
left
didn't make
now.
her leave. She
She's
chose
just
to
so
leave.
tired of all the crazy antics and
There are no crazy antics here. I'm just being
There
honest.
are.
So this is the problem. This is why you do proper training and you don't put people who are brand new green out there and don't know what to say or don't know how to act or don't know how to treat other people from a
Well, there
different
is
town.
no one else. There's
It's
no
not
one else.
The point. Then you shouldn't have gone on the mission.
But somebody needed to do something.
No one needed to do anything. Someone always has to do something.
Correct.
We always have to go meddle. You don't
Correct.
have to meddle.
Yes, you
It's
do.
a choice. No.
People are in danger. You don't have a choice.
Cinder, this is your second day. Now is a good time to be quiet.
I've literally only came back to find you.
I understand that. But that is a choice. All of these are choices. The
I'm
more
not
that
telling you it's not a choice.
the more that you meddle, the more it affects things, and you have to meddle more. It's like a scab. The more you pick at it, the more it bleeds. If you just leave it alone, it will eventually heal.
Oh.
Yes, it sometimes can be gross. Brolin, we work for a group, a secret group. We go on missions. Sometimes we bounty hunt, sometimes we look for items, sometimes we take care of bad people. And that's all the information that we can give you right now. And if you're cool with that, I know what you can do, and I'd love to have you.
I'm gonna look directly at Cinder and say, that seems perfectly reasonable. I'm cool with that. Yeah, for sure. Now, do you guys have maybe like a bit of a budget? Because, you mentioned us helping, we're an adventuring duo, whatever the word is you want to use. So if you've got some coin, we'd be happy to help. That's where we are.
It tends to get complicated at times. It's kind of a non-profit. We get paid depending on the job or the mission, but
I'm never gonna understand your situation. It's just never.
Yeah.
I'm never gonna get it. No.
It started off really good, and then I'm gonna walk out of the tavern. I'm gonna just tap Nisea on the arm. I didn't say what I said quiet. I said it loud as fart. And then I'm gonna walk out and cool off. Cool off by getting hotter. I get it, but
I'm gonna take the tap on the arm as like, come with me. And I'm like, oh, okay.
Well,
Nisea's gonna like
that works too.
follow him out with her water tankard.
As you make it outside, the two of you, Aoran, you hear in your head, 10 new anomalies detected.
What the fuck?
And as you look out, you see these wisps of fire. This time, Nisea, you would see you would see them as kind of reddish hued in tint.
They look like wisps though, like living creatures. Like
Yeah, like little fire spirits.
So would this be similar to was it like it was like a bluish flame that I saw last time?
Yeah, last night it was bluish flames. They kind of have like a almost firefly-esque look to them.
Okay, but it's like the same thing, just like a different color. Okay. We should probably stay away from those because I saw one of these last night.
Oh,
and
you
it
did.
didn't. Yeah.
You should probably get the others. These are the kind of things that we take care of.
So you've seen these before?
Not in this form, but it's not
Oh.
normal.
You could say that again. Little barmaid on fire. So as I'm gonna walk back inside and Brolin.
So casual. Yes, Nessie.
You remember those little flame thingies that we saw last night? The little blue,
Yeah. Yeah.
They're back. And there's a lot of them. A lot more.
Shit.
I'm not sure what we need to do, but I think your friend, you three, he said to come outside, so perhaps we should do something about this.
Yeah, that sounds bad.
Okay.
This can only go well.
Before I head to the door, because I'm only wearing my skivvies, is there any large vessel of water around, like close by?
Yeah, there's like a used drip that kind of collects off in the corner.
I'm gonna douse myself with it, whatever's in there, get nice and cooled off, and then I'm gonna activate my wristband to have my armor form up. And I'm gonna grab my helmet. I'm not gonna give it a chance to try anything wonky. Grab my shield and I walk towards the door.
Nice. And as you all are getting ready to head out, that is where we're going to take our mid-show
No!
break.
Yes!
Ooh.
Nothing needs to.
Exclamation point critical, and we will call a winner of that giveaway after the break. We'll be back in 10 minutes.
Action.
Welcome back, everybody. We are back from our mid-show break. Thank you, Lawful Stupid RPG, for the raid. We are on our first episode of Fate of Ukodor, and things are getting pretty heated up. No pun intended. For our dice winner, the Frisky Clicker, you won some dice. Hit up Chris Solo on the Discord, and he will get that sent out to you. But picking back up, you all kind of make your way outside of this tavern, and you see these fiery firefly-looking wisps that are kind of encased in this reddish-hued glow. What would you all like to do?
Is everybody outside now?
Yeah, I think the last one was Brolin.
I am going to, before anything crazy happens, I'm using an action, and you're going to see, I'm not wearing it because it's hot as fuck in my studio, but my character art has the leather, it looks like studded leathers, but it has like almost like leather-ish scales kind of all over it, and there are two sea serpents on my chest piece. And I'm going to just, you're going to see me take my staff, and I have this thing that I think Brolin has seen a couple times. Maybe I can't remember if he was the one who helped me put the pieces together or not. But I have this thing, and it glows, my staff at the center of it glows blue, and I'm just going to utter these words, and I'm going to rub my hand around it. And as it does that, you're going to see my chest piece, these two sea serpents, kind of move. And they kind of look like stars at that point. So they, like, these solid images start to, like, certain points start to glow bright, and it starts to shape itself, and it turns into a chalice on my chest piece. And Stacks, it's one of my starry forms.
Okay.
That's really cool. Are we in danger?
Yes.
Okay. Flint, come here.
Yeah, what's up?
You might need this, and I'm gonna put a hand on her and cast Bark Skin.
Ooh, what does that do?
You touch a willing creature until the spell ends. The target's skin has a rough bark-like appearance, and the target's AC can't be less than 16, regardless of what kind of armor you're wearing.
Ooh,
And that's not concentration, is it?
It is concentration.
Oh, it is.
Oh, that is way better than what my AC normally is. Thank you.
Yep, you're gonna need that. Please be careful. Don't die. Okay.
Yeah, you too.
So with the arrival of everyone, can we get a new order of perception checks to see if y'all can see anything that the locals can't?
Cool.
I rolled a 1.
Nice. Oh.
24.
18.
Luck would help that. Well, luck would help.
I got a
Info.
6.
Oh, I do have luck. Does that mean a reroll?
Yes.
Yes, I'm not saying that you have to use.
I'm gonna save that, but
Okay.
cool, good
Yeah,
to know.
it's a reroll that you have to take the new roll, or you can have the DM reroll.
Ooh,
That's
okay.
like a one-on-one thing versus you two.
Okay.
7.
6 and a
Seven?
7. Brother.
Yeah, a little bit tipsy from last. What was yours, Aorin?
I think
24.
you said 24.
24. Okay. Yeah.
What's my name? Diane keeps fucking me up with
Vesa.
call me Gear.
Because that's your name.
No, it's not.
Zaysa and Cinder?
18.
7.
Nice.
So Zaysa and Aorin, probably because of your training, you're used to looking out for these sort of things, but you see that these wisps in their cultivatingness seem to be trickling out of this alleyway that's about 50 to 60 feet in front of the tavern, off to the left. People are just kind of avoiding them as they're going about their day, staring at them weirdly, but
Are they attacking anyone?
nope, they're just slowly dancing through the streets.
So danger.
I'm going to take this opportunity to sidle up next to Aoran and say, 10 gold for each for me and Nessie for this first mission. Real quick, what do you think? Sound good?
Maybe we can put it on a tab.
that's fine. I just wanted to establish that this is going to be a business interaction. And then I'm going to activate my defensive mode of my armor, and you see like a defensive like blue aura get around it, and you see I'm ready.
Have Zaysa and I interacted with things like this before?
No, this would be the first time that either of you have seen anything like this.
I guess my question is anomalies specifically, have they ever been not bad?
Typically, no. Unless it depends. Anomalies are usually just a ripple in effect, mostly if unattended, could cause stress to the timeline. Usually the higher the ping is, the more stress it will do if it's not corrected at an earlier state.
Zaysa, what's the play?
We just need to wait and see if, I mean, they're not attacking. I'm not going to make a ruckus right here in the city if they're not attacking anyone right now.
I'm close enough to hear this, right, DM? Are we all just kind of standing right at the door of this tavern?
Are y'all making
No,
point
I'm
to
outside
whisper,
by the
or-
alley.
Yeah, I mean outside of it though.
Yeah,
I think we all came outside. I'm gonna say, well, not I don't. You guys know this stuff. I don't, but I just want to point out 2 observations I've had today. 1, it's hot as fuck, and 2, those things are glowing. Kind of. I assume I see them now that I'm outside. They're like red. Maybe they're making it hot.
Sure, but there's no way for us to change any of these facts at the moment. How are we going to attack glowing fireflies?
I'm gonna
And we don't know the source of the weather at the moment.
I'm gonna cast Shape Water on the closest one. So
Okay.
pull water from a water bucket or the sweat from Brolin and throw it at the closest
combination of both.
the fireball.
Be careful,
Okay,
the sweat might be volatile.
As it connects into one of the nearest firefly-esque wisps, the water hits it and it dissipates, just steams away.
But doesn't really change the heat it's giving off of or how it acts.
No.
Okay, so bad things?
That's what my gut tells me, but I'm not sure.
Okay. I'm gonna look at one. And how far
Well,
away are they?
We don't know how to go about this yet. We can't just start slinging things, magic and weapons around right now. I mean, we don't know what the
That sounds like a
situation is.
challenge.
How are we gonna find out?
Should we get close?
Does it look like they're coming from a specific location outside the city, within the
It does seem
city?
to be feeding out of the left side of this alleyway.
I'm going to point that direction to Aeron gear, and then I'm going to look at Flint and Sindar and be like, we need to search over here because this looks like where they're sort of coming from.
That's a
Let's
good
go.
assessment.
Okay.
And I will start walking towards.
I put my hand in
That
front
direction.
of Sindar.
Hmm.
You make a little
I want
bit of
to
noise.
I want to sneak specifically up.
Okay.
Like I
Oh,
don't want to
fair point.
alert any citizens. I don't any baddies that are lurking around the corners. So I'm stealthy around.
Okay. Roll a stealth check.
But I like your enthusiasm.
I wonder why there's not passives.
That's a 25.
Yeah, that's pretty stealthy. So, yeah, Zaysa is talking to all of you for a second, and you like turn, and she's like,
Where'd she
she
go?
did say she was going to like investigate. So,
She's going
Yeah,
to
I said-
investigate the location of the things we should follow, but quietly.
Okay.
The loud ones in the back.
I'll sneak forward and
All
stealth.
right. I'll be in the
Okay.
back.
Wait,
anyone attempting to stealth can just throw with stealth.
You want us to follow? Is it? that what you're saying?
We should be close enough in case anything goes wrong. We can rush in.
15 on
Jesse, when have I ever been stealthy?
Roland, am I not mistaken? The little fireball that we ran into last night, didn't it? It became me, right? Or was it a fever dream?
It became the guard first that it attacked. So
it did
if
what?
it's not aggressive,
It transformed.
it transformed. Oh, you didn't know that?
You didn't tell us that. No.
Well, I mean, I was getting to it.
I'm gonna move quicker around the corner.
Wait, these are dangerous? These are extremely dangerous?
Well, I
The
mean,
one-
we
one-
fought one off with weapons, so I mean, like, not required. Didn't even touch me.
Okay.
I'm gonna go to the where Zesa turned and see what's going on.
I told you all about this last night. I
Not to
fought
those-
myself.
As they're conversing,
no,
Zesa,
what?
you come into this alleyway, and you're pretty sneaky. Your senses are still at peak from your previous perception check, and you hear like slight, low murmurs, but audible crying sounds coming from within.
Crying
Crying,
I feel like in
a small child.
Is it-
Ashgate.
sounds like a small child.
Mhm.
Where is it coming from? Like inside a building?
Inside the alley, there's like a bunch of different boxes and crates they have stored within this particular. It's like between two, a house and like another shack type building. But there's a bunch of different discarded items in between all of this long row of an alleyway that opens up towards the end to further into the city.
DM, would you let me say that I already psychic linked with Gear and Flint? Like, when
Yeah,
we're-
that's fine. Mhm.
Okay. Because I'm able to link up telepathically to up to 2 people at the moment.
Okay.
So I would have done that with Gear and Flint.
So can all three of us hear the conversation, or just you
Yeah.
can hear? Okay.
I believe so.
While you're reading that, Stax, how do you do spells? Do you do spells like me, where I can do a second and a first level spell if I have the action economy? Or is it-
Yes,
okay.
only because we're in Ukodor, so we're trying to
Nice.
keep the same. Crits are the same, potions are the same.
Got it. So for those of you who cast spells, it's if you have the action economy, second level and lower, so you can cast like a 4th level healing word and a 2nd level cure wounds in the same turn.
Yeah, so it's like a 3-way party line. So
Cool.
So upon hearing the crying and like the general location I believe is coming from, like I'll telepathically speak to Gear and Flint to be like, so there is a small child crying and some discarded items over here.
This little baby?
Zesa, we just got some more information that Nisea and Brolin interacted with these flying ball creatures, and they took the form of a god, and they attacked our new friends. They are not friendly.
You hear a audible sigh in your mind. That would have been great information to hear before all of this.
I might have been drinking. I can't remember.
Well,
Business should never be spoken over drinks. Not that far in, at least.
maybe it took the form of a little baby.
Can you ask them if there was any visual sign of the change? Like if I saw someone that was like, do they just look normal? Do they have a sheen? Do they have a color? Are they opaque or
Sure. Nisea, Brolin, when you fought yourselves from these creatures, did it look exactly like you? Or did it look spectral or anything like that?
Yeah, it wasn't material. It was more energy or spectral or translucent or whatever.
I
This
can
big
that.
flame person.
It's a big flame.
Yeah, but it was like I thought it was blue. I don't know. I thought the person
flames
was
can
blue.
be blue.
Well, true. Yeah.
I convey that to Zesa.
I'm going to sneak up to where the crying is.
Okay, as you get closer, you can visibly pinpoint where this creature, entity, person thing is. There is a kind of knocked over pallet that is sort of emptying its contents into the alleyway, but there's also like a hollow box that's slightly skewed, small enough for someone to kind of like hide in behind the crevice of it, but it is just like a wooden overturned box.
Okay. Do I see any of the fireflies? Like, are they coming from this
Not
spot,
presently, but you
or-
did just see like that last batch come out of this direction.
Interesting. Can I look in the box? Slowly. I don't want to touch it. I just want to see
Okay.
what's in the box. What's in the box?
Oh, it's the box. As you get close enough, you see and hear this small child, young girl, ebony skin, big untamed hair, kind of like hunched down, trying her best to not be seen. And she has like visible tears coming down her face.
But not like a blue flame child.
No.
Like how old?
Roughly 8 or 9.
I have found the child, and it is a real child of flesh. I'm gonna look at the little girl and be like, "Where are your parents?" Sorry, I realized I was selfish.
Are you gonna hurt me?
No. Where are your parents?
I don't have parents. I live with my aunts
Where are they?
in the city. They're gonna be mad at me though,
Why?
because it happened again.
What happened?
My magic, it went out of control.
Mm-hmm. Okay, me and my friends could help you get back to your aunts,
No, they'll be mad.
but you need to be with people who care about you.
Oh, okay. What's your name?
My name is Zaysa, and I have many friends who will keep you safe until we can find your aunts.
Oh, okay. You promise?
Yes.
And she kind of like peeks out from around the box, but she doesn't see anyone else. Are your friends real?
They are. They are back around the corner.
Oh. Okay. Can I follow you?
Yes. I'll
And
like
she,
hold
like-
out my hand.
Oh no, don't touch.
Okay. Don't have to touch me. That is okay. I don't really like to be touched anyways, so.
And she like carefully gets up, and you see there's like a lot of different cuts and bruises on her. She has a lot of bandages on her fingers. She's wearing like almost rags essentially for clothes, but they are clothes nonetheless. She gets up. There's no shoes on her feet, but she does have a few bandages around like the base of her foot to kind of keep off some of the dirt. But she stands up. She's very thin. She just looks up at you.
Okay.
Okay.
Mm-hmm. In my head, I'm gonna speak to Gear and Flint to be like, so the child is, I think, she lost control of her magic. She's very bruised and lots of cuts, and dressed poorly. She has aunts. She said her aunts will be mad at her.
I think we should pay her aunts a visit.
Yes.
And her magic, what does she do?
I think maybe she might be
The
the
anomaly.
source of this, or at least part of it.
Oh. I may have something in common. Okay, let's talk to a kid, huh?
How tall is the kid?
She is a little bit shorter than Rowan. About 2 feet 8 inches. If I
2
had
feet
to
8
guess.
inches. So I'm 6.5 feet taller than she is.
You're like a giant.
So when she comes around the corner and
Oh wait, no, she has to be taller than that if she's 8.
He's 8 or 9. I was like,
Yeah, and I'm taller than that too.
she's- I'll
Well,
say
my 8-year-old's
she's like
almost 4 feet tall.
4 feet and a half.
Okay.
I'll go with that.
still
I don't know if
towering
she's
over a
shorter than
child.
Rowan.
Almost as tall.
When she comes around the corner, have I seen her before? Does she react crazy to me?
She sees you. You're a very large man. She hides behind Zaysa. She doesn't touch Zaysa, but she does hide more behind.
I'm gonna kneel down. It's all right, little one. What is your name?
Diora.
Diora.
What's your name?
My name is Aoran. And this is, and I'll snap my fingers and you'll watch as the blue wisp energy that comes out of that thing in my staff swoops down to my hand, and you watch as it materializes into kind of a spectral. Sometimes when you look at it through like the certain light, it almost seems like you can see stars in it, and it's like a deep blue bird. It's a, what did we say it was? Was it a hawk? I can't even remember what we
I
said
think
it was.
it was a hawk, if I'm not mistaken.
Yes, it is a hawk. This is Aurora. Would you like to hold her?
I won't hurt her, will I?
No. She'll keep you safe.
Oh, okay.
And she'll fly over and go on her hand. And I'll stand up and let Zaysa and the girl walk wherever we're walking.
So, Diora, do you know where in the city you live with your aunts?
Yes, it's a little bit a ways from here. It's not a very nice part of town.
That is okay. I'm not from a very nice part of town either, so it is okay.
Oh, then, I can show you.
Lead the way then.
And she kind of like starts to walk off out of the alleyway and down the street some. As you all are walking with her, some of the people in town are kind of like fanning themselves excessively. There's marketplaces that you pass, and the people that are selling their goods are saying that it's good. It's just a little hot, so some of the produce might be a little moist. Overall, everyone's not having a very good day, but she does lead you to a kind of darker side of Dorne.
On the way, I would have caught the other three up to speed on who this girl is and what we're doing.
Okay.
And I probably would have said right away, almost like, "But I thought we were going to go after the wisps. I mean, aren't those the one thing that danger, right? It's danger."
Yes. I'm gonna whisper this so the girl doesn't hear me. I think she's the source of the magic.
I think. Well, I hearing this, I think Flint's gonna go over and Diora. Did I hear that's what your name is? My name's Flint. Hi.
Hi, Flint.
I heard that you can do magic, and sometimes it kind of just happens.
Yeah, my aunts say I shouldn't do it, but whenever I get scared, it kind of comes out.
That's okay. The same thing has happened to me before. I lit an orphanage on fire. It's a long
She
story.
kind of takes maybe 1 or 2 steps back.
No. It's everyone was fine. It's just is that what happens when you get scared? Kind of things spark up a little.
Sort of. My aunts say that I'm cursed and that I'm a bad child, but I don't know how to control it. So.
Oh. Yeah. So your aunts sound like just real terrible bitches, and I'll tell them straight to their face. Don't worry about it. But don't let anyone ever.
In Flint's head, I'm like, maybe we shouldn't get about. Like, maybe that's too much.
But I mean, there's nothing wrong with you. You know, you have talents that you just gotta learn to control. You know, this will be fine. Everything will be fine.
And around that time, one of the burly meat sellers comes out with a huge pallet of fresh fish, and he slams it down on this display
Fish
cart.
on a hot day, gross.
Yeah, it's not smelling the best, but he needs to sell it today, or else it's gonna go bad for good. But as soon as that pallet makes that loud bang sound against the display area, you watch as Diora kind of jumps in her spot a bit, and these beads of fiery light kind of start dancing off of her, and they trickle off into the atmosphere. You see, it did it again.
Oh, I got it. I'm gonna try to jump for it and grab it.
If you're actually touching it, make a.
I might not be able to reach it.
It's true. Make a dex save.
Yeah. Hold on, there's a condition, but I don't think it's my current.
Trying to grab the fire?
Is
that what's happening?
A good idea.
Oh, that's great. That I rolled a 2.
Guidance.
It's plus 0.
I don't think you can guide that.
That's plus 0. So 2.
I gave you guidance.
This dice is gone.
I gave you guidance.
So that adds. Is that the D4 one or?
Yeah.
Oh my goodness.
I mean, I could try to stack it up. So I got a 4. So that makes what, a 6?
There you go.
I could use. I mean, let's go ahead and do some of this. I'm gonna do some inspiration. D6, right? Inspiration. Yep. I don't want to fail miserably. That's a 5. So now we're up to 11. And then I don't know. I'll let you make the judgment call, but I get a +3 when not incapacitated. I can add my shield's AC bonus to my dex saving throw. But
Okay.
That's a target effect. That's a harmful target effect. Don't worry about that.
But this is a harmful target effect.
Oh, cool. Then that's a little 3.
You try to grab it with your shield?
I used my shield to go higher.
So what was 14 you said?
14 is the total, yeah.
You just pass. The 5 points of fire damage is halved for you. So 2 points of fire damage. As you guess what? Fire's hot.
It kind of shimmers off that blue radiant shield that formed over me. And that shield's no longer as bright.
Roland, what did you... You know, you're not supposed to touch fire, right?
I had the assumption that we were trying to not let these things get out into the public. It seems like I'm the only one
try to catch it with your hands
that,
then.
Well, it wouldn't get further. I didn't think. What happened to it when I touched it? It just kept going.
After it it burned your hand, but other than that, it dissipated out. So
dissipated out.
Let me see. Let me see your hands, brother.
He looks. There's no damage on my hand.
You didn't take damage?
No, when I activated my defensive armor, it gave me 3 temporary hit points. So I'm down to 1 temporary hit point.
Okay, never mind.
Weren't there multiple? There were multiple little beads of light coming off of her, or was it just the one?
There's 1 or 2 that came off. Brolin karate chopped one. There is still one kind of off in the area.
Nasea is just very unimpressed, Brolin.
I
Again, I'm sorry if it seems like I'm the only one thinking this, so I'll stop.
Diora, what are these creations of yours?
Well, they're supposed to be dancing lights, but again, my magic doesn't work the way it's supposed to.
Dancing lights. I've heard of that spell. Should be globules of light that can rotate, yes?
Mm-hmm.
And what are you creating then if it's not dancing lights?
I'm not sure.
Hang on. I don't. Is that a cantrip? I can't remember.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't have that. Damn. Well, are we in our house? I forgot.
No, y'all are a little bit towards the back end of the market district area.
Got it. Is there anybody else in this back area?
The fisherman cook chef guy just dropped off the fish and went back inside to get some more, apparently. So,
got it. So when he goes back inside, I'm gonna kneel down. I'm gonna kneel and like crouch down because even when I'm kneeling, I'm still like 6 feet tall. I'm gonna kneel and like crouch down and see, with magic, the more you use it, the better you get. And you're gonna see me like wave my hand like over the fish. And Zaysa and Flint have never seen me do this. And you're gonna watch me pull the water off of the fish. And I'm gonna have it like float in front of the little girl and have it turn into like a flower. You just have to practice. Somewhere safe, somewhere secluded. Do your aunts use magic?
Yeah, they use magic pretty frequently.
Interesting. Well, shall we go?
Yeah, it's just up here. And she keeps going. You get to a much shadier part of the city, and the buildings are kind of worn down. A lot of it is still in reconstruction for Dorne. Most of the places are perceived as unlivable in most cases. But as she leads you to kind of like this worn down shack amidst other abandoned houses, you see smoke billowing out of this small little hut of a building. My aunts live there.
I'll go knock on the door.
Ooh, hot.
Like.
We're still connected, right? We're still connected. Zaysa, just please think about consequences.
Mm-hmm.
The door kind of like swings open right before you hear a yeah, coming. And as the door opens, this halfling woman stands before you. Yes, may I help you?
Yes, you may. And I'm going to sort of point to the little girl. We found your niece. Cowering, scared.
Now, from appearance sake, this halfling woman looks nothing like the human girl. That
I
is over
assume
there.
this human girl is taller than most halflings.
This halfling woman is kind of stout. She has white hair braided to her side neatly. However, it does seem to have been done up for a while, as there are a bit of stray hairs kind of coming off of it. She wears simple kind of a mixture of dresses and kind of like belts and other accoutrements. Overall, more or less simple drab, but you can kind of sense that there's a
But
hint
she has
of
clothes on.
magic
She has
to it.
shoes on.
Yeah. She has full on clothes, like full on clothes. But
So
she looks
I'll
at you.
show the girl, but then I like move my body to like cut off vision.
Is that Diora? What has she been up to?
Scared,
Trouble, mischief.
cowering,
From
barely
what?
dressed. Look at you. You have shoes on. This poor girl has nothing.
Yes, well, I give her the best that I can.
Apparently
we all have
not.
to make sacrifices.
And you don't seem to be making that many sacrifices.
Yes, but I also have work that needs to be done, which you are disturbing me from.
Your work is taking care of this child.
That child. We were sacked with her. She's not really ours. We just watch her, if you will.
I'm gonna like cover her ears and just be like, don't listen.
Oh no, don't touch her!
I'm resistant to fire.
Okay, make a
Is she on fire?
Oh, a wisdom save?
Mm-hmm.
The little
Oh.
girl is like a fireball?
No.
Is she actually hurting my bird?
I don't think.
Yeah, I don't think so either. But I just thought, like, never mind.
I got an 8.
Oh no.
You watch as oh my gosh, as Flint, you go and you touch this girl's ears to kind of protect her from hearing this, and you feel this like necrotic energy erupt into your hands and kind of dissipate outward, and you take 20 points of necrotic damage from touching her.
Oh, please don't. Hold on. Come here, Flint.
Yo.
I have it. All right, hold on. I'm going to grab her hands. It's all right. It's all right. I'm going to cast Cure Wounds at first level.
Okay.
That's a 5 plus 5 is 10. But
Okay.
But because I have my chalice out, I can heal another creature I see within 30 feet for another D8 plus 5, which is another 10. So you get 20 points of healing total.
What a roller coaster.
As you do that, Flint, Diora kind of like crouches down in her normal like fetal position when she feels that she's done something wrong.
It's okay. It's okay.
I'm sorry, Flint.
No,
I didn't mean to.
I'm sorry. Oof, you pack a punch, little miss.
I guess.
It's cool. You're cool.
I don't think hurting people's cool.
No, I mean no, but I mean like. Yeah, no, you're right. You're very wise for a kid.
Hurting people on purpose is not okay. Accidents are accidents.
What he said.
So, you're looking at the
Faceless
woman.
just looking at this halfling woman.
Like,
around
This-
that time, 2 other halflings. These are different appearance types. They're not stout, but they are well dressed, and they come up. Well, who's at the door now? Who is this? Who are you?
Does not matter who I am. I found your niece cowering, scared, and she brought us here. Her apparent aunts, who don't seem to care much about her at all.
What do you mean? We put clothes on her back and food in her belly. She's
I
fine.
wouldn't call these clothes. They're rags that you probably were going to discard anyways. She doesn't even have shoes, and she is very thin. Have you even fed her a full meal more than once a day?
Bit of bread and bit of cheese goes a long way. These are the shambles of the area. You can't expect us to just
Well, you all have
amass.
shoes
Yes,
and
we
clothes.
have shoes.
You are not taking care of this child, and she is scared, and she has abilities that she doesn't know how to control.
We take very care of her, and we keep her protected from all of the outsorts. Like you. Luck and inspo to Flint.
And
She might need it.
I feel like as this was going on, I feel like Brolin would have pulled Nessia aside and just been like,
what is this? This does not seem like our business or important business.
I mean, I feel like fire dancing around the town is.
But is this even related? I don't even know anymore.
Well, I mean, you saw the fire coming off of this girl. I mean, the question of the hour is, what the fuck is wrong with this girl? Why does she?
Okay.
Why does she light things on fire?
Well, by the way, whatever happens, just so you know, I think we're gonna get paid for this. So I worked it out. So we're gonna get some coin for this. Okay. All right.
Okay, Brolin always looking out for the money. That's a.
For you.
For me.
For you.
You think
Yeah.
I need it? You're so funny.
I need it. Okay. Now, kind of. I mean, I'm interested in what's going on, so I kind of go back to the drama. But I just wanted that aside.
But I feel like we should address this question to the aunts, the supposed aunts. Why?
Go for it.
Why is she so hot?
So Zaysa, they're just kind of like barking back and forth, not really answering any of your questions, but also not giving you any clue as to how this young girl is any way associated with them.
Do I know these ladies? I've been here for a while. I'm
roll a history.
partially
check.
in the magical world. That's a +0. I'm gonna luck that. Oh, that's better. Plus inspo. Nice. Can I give myself guidance?
I don't actually. You might be able to, but you usually have to do it like before.
You touch a willing creature once before the spell ends. Ceremony says, and then I'm gonna roll to ability check of its choice. Yeah, I can give myself guidance.
Okay.
That's a 22.
Okay, that's good. They do sound like they're the 3 halfling sisters of Nior. I gotta write that in the chat for sure.
Thank you. Because you just made it up. Oh my god.
And their reputation usually involves misdeeds and foul magic play, things of that nature. People usually keep away from them.
But I've not heard of this girl, though.
No.
Hey, little one. How long have you been with your aunts?
A couple of months.
Where are your parents?
They aren't alive anymore.
Did your aunts kill it? No, I don't say that.
No.
That's what I think, though. I think her aunts killed them. I don't. Yeah. All right.
Don't know. I don't know what to do about this. I don't want to leave this girl here.
Are you talking to everybody or telepathically?
No. Oh, sorry. Telepathically to Gear, and because I'm standing like right in front of these women who are just bickering.
They seem absolutely terrible. I don't know.
Why did they get sacked with this girl? If they don't want her or don't care about her.
Well, where else was she gonna go?
But
She doesn't have folks no more.
she's not related to them. They're not really her aunts.
Oh.
They're halflings and she's human. Right? So they're her aunts.
So, speaking to these terrible halflings, so where did she come from? Why are you left with her if you don't clearly care for her?
We picked her up from the orphanage, obviously. Signed the papers, now she's ours.
So why did you pick her up from the orphanage? Yes, why?
Why? Because.
Would you like to finish that sentence?
The other sister that hasn't said anything. Bit of community service, if you will.
feel like
taking her off the hands.
I feel like the three sisters in our group are about to wreck house. That's what I feel like right now. I say this to myself. Oh dear.
Community service.
You don't care for her. So how are you doing community service?
Like we said, food in her belly, clothes on her back.
Look at her. She has rags on her shoulders that are hanging off of her skinny frame.
So you want us to make her more elegant garbs?
I would appreciate it if you've chosen to take on the responsibility of a child, that you properly clothe them with shoes at least, and maybe more food, because you all can clearly eat plenty.
Make a perception check, Zaza, as you're standing there.
Dude, while she's rolling that, do we ever hear any more children?
Oh.
In the room or in the house?
Yeah, but in the house behind them.
Mm-mm.
No.
It's a pretty small, barely big enough for the four of them. What was that?
24 perception.
Does detect magic, like if this is not their natural form, would detect magic see that, or no?
I would have to read it, but possibly.
You might know that there was magic, but I don't know if it would show you.
With that perception, Zaza, as you're talking to them, you get a whiff of something like foul and like decrepit. There seems to be something like brewing in the house that they're not attending to.
I'm looking at
out or into the house.
Okay, I'm following.
You're going into this house. Okay.
Yeah, as soon as I get a whiff of something brewing, I'm just like, I want to see it. I want to lay my eyes on it.
They look at you and they're like, "Oh, where do you think you're going? Get back here!" And they started like following you into this small hut. There's not a lot of places to hide it, but around this like kind of like makeshift shelf, you see this large cauldron pot kind of brewing, and there's this like mixture of like slime and other sludge just bubbling away.
Hey.
It smells horrible.
DM, how do I do a hag check?
Like how big is this cauldron? Is it like big?
It is
Like
roughly
a giant cauldron, or is it like
medium size? Not like super large, but
could Zaza
Body or body
a
part?
child fit in this?
yeah, a child could fit in it if that was.
my
God. I don't think a child's going to fit in this.
Is there like a spoon or like a?
Yeah, there's a big cauldron spoon kind of.
I'm
sat
gonna
there.
start like I'm gonna like scoop it and see like if there's any solid bits in it. I just want to see what's in it.
There's the typical you see on the shelves to kind of correlate with this, but there's bits of bone and stuff, but there's a lot of different almost witchcraft type eye of newts and other types of ingredients dossled around the area, just makeshift like.
Small bones.
Yeah, nothing like human shaped.
Oh god.
Okay. What is this? This is disgusting.
It's a brew.
Of what?
A brew, potion brew.
So if I drink this right now,
I
Please-
wouldn't
please
suggest that, young man.
Please.
why
don't.
not? If it's a potion,
Because it's not that type of potion.
What
aren't
kind of
potions
potion
made
is
to
it?
be consumed?
Not the poisonous kind.
Why are you making poison?
Why does anyone make poison? To sell them, of course. Fetches a pretty penny on the market, don't you think?
Can I dump this cauldron?
I was going to too.
My god.
I feel like this is illegal.
Doing? Yes, what we're doing is
toxic
illegal.
Poison in their house.
No, what they're doing is illegal.
What we're doing is illegal too.
Breaking
Not
into-
not
Halflings
for
are
me.
I know. How many halflings are there? There's 3.
There's 3 in this house right now. Okay.
Yes.
Yeah,
all
I
different
wanna-
types of halflings.
I want to dump this cauldron.
Okay. Make a strength
There's no way
Check.
you're pulling this off.
Can he do it with advantage because I'm doing it too?
You're also, yeah, he can if he wants to.
Aelron
just
is at the
look at
door.
you,
Just
like,
so we're
I feel
clear.
like-
I'm at
I
the
feel like
door,
this is
like
unsafe.
keeping everybody inside and the little girl outside. But like over my shoulder, be like guidance.
I think I'm outside with the girl.
I'm outside.
Oh, you are? Okay. I thought you guys went in.
Yeah, I'm outside.
So I got
didn't go
guidance?
in.
Yes, guidance.
I mean, I haven't gone in yet, but I'm
Okay.
like, very curious.
25.
Okay. They look at you and they're like, don't do that. And
Nope.
tip it over. And this sludge contents hits the ground. And what you would think would like eat away at the base of this wooden shack that's barely held together. The brew starts to magnify and billow and grow in size. And it slowly starts to fill in that corner and it's starting to come towards.
That's not
you
poison.
and
Time to
Zaysa.
leave.
I'm like grabbing Cinder and I'm like backing up.
I think my point has been made, and I will exit.
Done, you little rat.
I'm not a rat, you. Ooh.
I stand by what I said earlier.
Oh
So
my God.
the sisters are like frantically grabbing items off the shelves. Some of them are like sprinkling dust and other mess into this concoction that's quickly getting out of hand. But it gets to the point where it's brewing past what the capacity of this house can really contain. And you see as it like pools out of the windows and then like slowly stops at the base of the house, and it quickly hardens, like almost unnaturally hardens. And then when it fully hardens, the greenish hue kind of turns into a black, just tar-like appearance, almost as if lava has stopped moving and hardened in this area.
Oof. Did the women come out of the house, or are they in the house still?
One of them is still like throwing useless ingredients on it, and the other two have kind of like stormed out, upset, obviously.
And we can like obviously see this happening from outside,
Oh,
right?
yeah.
we probably
Especially
backed
when
up
it
a little bit.
Spews
Yeah.
out of the windows.
The fuck is this?
That was our house that y'all ruined.
I mean, what
Who's gonna pay for this? Which one of yous? How about you, strong lad? You just go
I'm
into
not
people's
strong. Your
houses, tipping
cauldron
over
was weak.
things.
What did you guys? What did you guys do? What happened?
Wait
to
There was
till
a
them?
God
creepy
hears about
cauldron.
this. They're gonna have a field day.
Sure.
Do
Sure.
I
And then they're gonna hear about the neglect of a child.
do I know enough about what they do in their business that it is illegal?
It's safe to say that if any of their concoctions were uncovered, it would not. bode
Yes,
well
I'm
for
sure. Let's bring the guards here. I'm sure they would love to see everything that's going on in your home.
them. Yes, go ahead, bring them. They're not
No.
around here. They don't come to these parts.
Because you pay them off, or
No, because they're smart.
so you threaten the guards?
No, you don't have to threaten the guards for them to know not to come around to these parts.
I feel good about my decision. I'm just putting that out there.
I don't know nothing about magic, so
Well, I feel like the main question is still that where's the girl gonna go now?
Maybe we can talk to the orphanage she was picked up at and see if
I mean, that's a whole can of worms too. You never know
mean,
who's running
Is there
those
a magic
places, but it's
school
worth
in this-
investigating.
in this town?
that's what I was going to ask.
Roll
Gear
a
specific.
Arcana or History check, whoever.
like- I
Dear
feel-
Brolin or Nessie.
I feel
would
like
ask.
Stax, you're gonna like message me and ask me if there's a magic school. In there.
Is there a magic school in Dorne? I
mean-
imagine there would be if it's a large
Yeah.
city, but
I feel
At
like
least-
Nasea would know.
for like a mage's guild or something.
Like Nasea should know that.
In this I should probably know that, yeah.
Mhm.
It's a 17 history.
You know that there is kind of like a teachings of Arcana in Dorn. They might not necessarily call themselves a school, more like a institute where they teach practical magic, things of that nature, to anyone willing to.
So maybe we do take her there, and they can help mold her skills.
Yes, and maybe we just tell the orphanage not to give any more children to these terrible women.
Yeah. I mean, they should be blacklisted from
That's
ever
really-
having. Yeah, well, I mean, we could just like, do you think, or we don't want to? No.
Oh,
Okay, no, I'm sensing a no. That's fine.
So we take this girl to the school,
sure.
institute, whatever.
I think that's a good idea. She deserves to find out about herself and to be in control of herself, you know?
Yes.
I mean, it's for the good of the town too, isn't it?
I'm gonna
Can't have flames floating around everywhere.
kneel down to the little girl. If we were gonna take you to a place where people could help teach you how to use your magic, would you like to go?
Yeah, but am I allowed?
Darling, you can do whatever you wish.
And you kind of hear a snicker coming from behind you. You know, it's not gonna work. The girl's bound to us.
By what?
By magic, of course.
So you bound a child to you?
Oh,
Of course. Why wouldn't
Of
we?
course.
Oh, I
What?
just want a psychic plate.
I'm going to walk
Okay.
up to the one who said that and kind of like, I want to like be intimidating and be like, and what exactly would break that, huh? If you stop breathing, does that binding kind of just cut?
I don't know, girly. Depends on which one. Don't wanna kill the wrong sister. You might end up hurting a girl.
Oh, it could kill all of you.
That is an option.
Well, but then that would hurt. That's what
Girl,
she said.
there's yeah.
Yeah.
Does the girl like have any markings or wearing anything more than the rags? Like maybe something that matches any of the sisters? Any outward view on
Okay,
which one she's bonded to?
Roll a investigation check.
So
Without, I imagine, without actually attempting to touch the girl. You're just
Stacks.
doing a
Yeah.
I can't tell if it's Solo's flags going off or if it's Gears or Aorn's. Would I know about special races similar to Whisper
A
of
16 is mine.
creatures that have that tie? Would I know anything about anything in that world?
Roll just like a flat d20. And,
17.
I imagine you, having traveled and also been in this area specific for the past 40 years, would at least be somewhat ears low to the ground for those kind of odd things that stick out in conversations. You would know of kind of a not what's considered a bad thing, but there is an event that takes place in the forest, one of the forests near to where Dorn is, that has similar kind of odd magic occurrences. And usually whenever anyone encounters this, they come back and their story is vastly different from the next. But It kind of could be something in relation to that, but you're not necessarily sure 100%.
Like a magic thing, like something happens to somebody in the forest, or like
Yeah,
a
like
family takes their
people-
kid and like sacrifices them to the fairies.
gosh.
Because whatever.
Well, more like there is a magic event that takes place in the forest that once you come across it, you may experience something like not easily described.
Okay.
I guess that's the easiest way to put it.
Okay.
I got a 16, by the way.
Okay. You notice a slight marking that before you and Sin tipped over the pot, there was kind of that similar etched marking on the ladle of the cauldron that you were using. And it's just like this weird etched in mark. It's not branded in or anything like that, but it is this obvious. You've just seen it, so it stands out to you.
No, but I was looking to see if she shared something with one of the sisters. Shared a mark with one of the sisters. Or
Okay,
something to see which sister she was bonded to specifically.
Without investigating the sisters, you can't. That might be like a clue. But
Oh, I am investigating the sisters.
oh, you are?
Yes.
Well, they're gonna resist.
What?
I said they're gonna resist.
What do you need? You just let me know. I'll hold them down.
Oh god.
You're stronger than I am. That's a good
Like
idea.
I'm like walking around them, like I'm looking them up and down. I'm not like grabbing at them, but
What are you doing?
shut up.
So yes, the girl's bound to us.
Do I
Might as
see
well
anything
just-
as I'm looking at them?
The Ghostwise halfling. She has black and white hair, and she has it like pulled back slightly on one side, but parted on the other. And every time she moves, you can kind of see like some type of symbol on the side of her face, but the hair kind of obscures it a little.
I'm gonna grab her head on the back and like push her hair off to the side.
What are you?
Yeah, I'm not playing around with these hags. Let's just call them what they are.
She looks at you, and you see her eyes kind of like turn a dark crimson, and she casts Bane on you.
Mm-hmm.
Well, if you want to play, we can play.
Just want to see your face. Like I'm.
You do, after you move her hair out of the way, you do see that similar marking on the side of her face.
So is that the one we don't kill?
I guess that's the one we do. Probably.
No, you're right. I mean, it could go either way, but I think if they bound themselves to the girl, we hurt them, the girl gets hurt.
It's just this one,
Just that one?
from what I can tell.
That's if we believe her.
So the other's a
Don't
fair
I get a
game.
saving
huh?
throw against being baned, by the way?
Yeah, make a charisma save to see if it sticks.
I'm still leaning down by the girl. Did any of the women utter any incantations or magic words
21.
towards you,
Yeah, it doesn't stick.
or
Just, like laugh.
or give you anything and told you to hold on to it?
They feed me this soup every night. It tastes kind of weird.
Damn it.
Well, maybe the people at the school will be able to.
Yeah.
'Cause I don't have any way to break a bond.
I feel like with the casting of a spell, Brolin's a lot more involved in this this kind of exchange now. I'm going to sidle up to one that doesn't really have one of our party members nearby. I'm just going to have my shield in front, and I'm going to have my like
I don't know, my axe in my hand, and I'm just gonna be right there next to them, saying, "Let's keep the magic on a minimum while we're talking. What do you say?"
Yeah, right. Keep the magic on a minimum. Look at our house. It's completely destroyed.
By your own doing.
No, we wouldn't have knocked over our own pot.
It was an accident, right, Cinder?
Yep, absolutely. I slipped. I started to fall. What can I say? I'm clumsy. I fell out of bed this morning.
Insight check. No, I know it's true.
Very well. If you want the girl, we can sell her to you.
And break the bond?
Yeah. Or you can retrieve an item for us. Your pick.
Of course.
Listen, why is this girl so important to you?
Haven't you met her? Her magic's off the charts.
And what are you going to use her magic for?
Increasing our own magic.
And how would you do that?
By
Pray tell.
sucking it dry from her, of course.
And what would happen to her?
She'd be fine. I'm sure
you
she wouldn't be able to use magic ever again.
What's the price?
Of gold.
I said, what's the
300.
price? I don't want to work for you, so.
300 gold.
300 gold.
Yes, that's
To Gear and Flint, I'm like, well, I do not have that much.
no, me neither. Definitely not. I could scrap together maybe 50, but
I don't even look at the women because I'm still looking at the little girl. What's the item?
In the woods. In the place that no one goes to.
That's the woods you were just talking about?
Yes.
In relation to the city, which direction it is?
I believe it's south, but while I check that real quick.
Because my house is west, I think. Which I don't think I told you, but I have a house. It's to the west.
I mean, your house can be west if it wants.
So,
Your house
I guess-
can't be west. Okay, it's towards the Whispering Woods, which is directly south of
Okay.
Dorn.
Well, I guess while that's going on, Nasea's gonna look over at Brolin and be like just secretly, like, I think I could get my hands on that much gold, you know.
Or like, but this girl isn't going to end this line. If we're worried about what these women are doing, they're going to find another kid. They're going to find another source. So let's
and
see
we're
how
gonna
this
help
plays out
them.
real quick.
We're gonna help them
To-
get this item. So that's what you're saying.
Might give us more time to talk out a real plan.
Oh, where's the girl gonna go while we're gone?
cool.
You can drop her off at the academy for our recap.
Yeah.
As long as you bring us back the item. You all are trustworthy at least, right?
Of course.
He's going to try and play tricks on you. You can't fall for them.
Who is he?
You'll know him when you see him.
Do I
He's
know
a lich.
who she? Oh, fuck me. Do I know who they're talking about?
Arcana check?
Stax, did you watch Origins of Ukodor?
No. I watched like 2 episodes, but here we
Did you see the one in the Whispering Woods though?
Huh?
Okay,
was the
never
question?
mind. What was the check?
Arcana.
Nope, I didn't say anything. I'm not telling you what episode either.
Oh my goodness, I have to watch the
16.
campaign. Okay. You've heard of the Lich. You just haven't met the Lich.
Got it. You know, it's funny that we haven't talked about this, but I'm pretty sure it was the Whispering Woods where I had a Lich in Origins of Ukodor, which is the same time period that we're in right now.
Was it the same lich?
Is he as cool as
Apparently.
my Lich?
It's just Licherific. I'm gonna stand up and usher the girl that we're gonna walk towards that school that we talked about.
So, do we have a deal?
I don't like making deals with people like this.
It's fine. We'd never actually pass any of his tests. We're too deceptive. But if y'all are
You're too
bright
ugly.
enough-
Haha.
Yo, get
Got
them.
him.
Get them, Flint.
What did Cinder say?
I said get them, Flint.
Oh.
He's antagonizing.
I mean,
More like hyping up.
Enabler.
It's rather simple. You get us the item, we won't need to drain the girl, and she can stay and get taught at whatever academy you want to send her to.
What do you need the item for?
It's pretty much equivalent exchange. It'll give us the power we need.
For what?
The magic that we're trying to accomplish here.
But why?
Who doesn't want more magic?
Me.
Everyone. Well, you should
we
try
bring
it.
this item back.
Mhm.
You break this bond with this girl
Exactly.
in front of us. I want to see you do it.
Yes.
And then we walk away clean.
Yes, and you can have the girl.
In Gear in Flint's head, I say, or we scrounge up to the $300, 300 gold, and buy the girl, and then kill them all because they're terrible, and take the gold back.
Oh, we're definitely
Send her
killing
to-
them either way. Just they gotta break that bond first. But 100% we are gonna kill these miserable hags, right? Like, I mean, we have to. But
Yeah.
they gotta break that bond first.
Yeah, but I mean, you could
Angel,
also do that by.
please scan anomalies in the Whispering Woods.
Processing. Large anomaly detected.
Very good. I
Fucking serious.
don't believe that this was a chance meeting. While I don't trust these middlemen, I believe our issue is deeper in the woods. Find out what the item is and any other details that we need. I need to walk away before I do something terrible. I'm going to take the girl to the school. We can meet back up at the tavern.
Is this all telepathy? Like, can we hear you?
Even the anomaly thing, only Gear and I could hear, right?
Yeah, for right now, until Angel acclimates any other arbiters.
I'm gonna say that to them because they're having that conversation, and then I'm gonna say to everybody else, I'm gonna go to the school and drop the girl off. You all decide what you're doing with this item.
Yeah. Yeah, I think either way we'll be back with your item or the gold.
But what is the item?
Yeah, that's important.
You were so talking before. Why don't you talk now? What is the item?
Do we have
I'm
an
like
agreement?
clapping in her face.
She's doing that. Don't make me hurt you. We will tell you the item if you agree to the terms. It's that simple.
And I will agree to the terms if you tell us what the item is.
It's an item called the Capsule of Repose. Only he has it. And he's not going to give it to you unless you pass his tests.
Well, we'll see about that. And what is his name?
Well, it's none other than Valgotha. Haven't you heard of him?
Have we heard of him?
No, because it means nothing to me. So, I agree to the terms. We will either come back with the item or with the money.
Understood.
I hope you have a terrible day. And
We
I
are
will
looking
turn
forward to it.
and leave.
Are the rest of y'all leaving as well? With
Yeah.
the girl, obviously.
Yeah, and as Flint leaves, she's like
Just-
backing away, looking
Just
at him.
mom stare the whole time, like.
Absolutely.
And I mean, y'all should probably clean up whatever you've got going on here.
So, is Aorin going to the institute alone, or are y'all?
I would have tried to catch up, but
Okay.
I'd actually, like, as we're going, do we have to pass through that market again?
Yeah, I mean, yeah.
I just want to like do a quick little walkthrough. I want to find like a toy for this girl,
Okay.
like a doll or something.
Make a perception check.
Okay. Oh no.
Guidance.
What is that? Oh, does that give me
D4.
a D4?
I think you have to touch the person to give guidance.
Yeah, it's like a touch. He's just like,
Then I got a
guidance!
As she's walking by, I touch her.
But I think you
got a
could do
13.
it through your familiar, right? If your familiar flies
Oh,
up
I
to
could.
something. I think it's cast.
Yeah, I could do that. Noted.
I
What
mean-
was it?
It's either a 13 or it's a 15, depending on if I got that guidance.
Okay. You hear like a squeak.
I'll follow the squeak.
Underneath one of the stalls, there's like this little creature, and it's just like not moving.
Like a toy?
It looks like a toy, but
I'll go to pick it up.
okay. In your hand is some type of small little fiend. It has little wing bats on its back, and it looks at you, and it's like,
Oh, so you're so cute. What's God, what are you doing here?
what are you doing here?
Oh, you talk. Oh, well, that's complicated.
Well, you speak Infernal, right?
I am speaking Inferno right now. Oh my god. Wait.
Oh my god. Wait.
I think I love you.
Why are you holding me?
Oh, sorry. Do you wanna? I'll like.
He just like flutters and spot.
Oh, cool. I was looking for a toy for a girl. I thought you were a little like squeaky, kind of like dolly, but you're much.
I squeak, but I'm not a toy.
Okay, no,
Creature. I'm a ferocious creature.
Yeah, no,
My fangs little.
You seem tough as shit, my little dude, and I like that about you. You how did you get here?
Yeah, I'm looking for food.
Oh.
Yeah.
Hold on, do I have any like scraps or like rations in my bag or something?
Yeah, you would have like some.
I'll give him like some jerky.
You're just like.
Oh! You even eat cute.
It's savage.
She likes it. Okay. I still am on a mission for a doll. Have you seen anything like that around here?
You mean that dollhouse over there? There's a bunch of toys.
Oh, you are very observant too. What a fine little gentleman you happen to be. You want to hang out?
Sure. I mean, you gave me food. Sure.
Okay.
You got more?
I do. You still hungry, buddy?
I mean, I can eat.
Oh, I'll go give him another little piece of bread.
And he's just like nibbling on it.
Okay. Yeah, pace yourself. You're gonna get a little tummy ache. What is you got a name?
They call me Smudgy.
That is a real cute name.
Mm-hmm.
I like that.
But it's ferocious. I'm terrifying.
Right, no, absolutely. Terrifying. My blood is running so cold right now with pure fear. I can't even tell you.
It's okay. I'm not gonna hurt you.
Oh, thank you. You talking? You see a bunch of people you talk Inferno to around here?
Not really.
Yeah, I don't come across many either. I guess that's pretty cool. You should come with me. Help me pick out a doll at least. Which one do you like?
That one. I like the braids.
Okay, and I'll buy the doll with the braids.
It's only like 5 copper. Nothing.
Okay. Hey, we're gonna go to a forest and like I don't know, visit a lich or potentially steal a bunch of gold. Is that anything you're into? I don't know.
Yeah, I can destroy a lich. I'll add it to my resume.
Great. Fantastic. Smudgy, I think we are going to be very good friends. My name's Flint, by the way.
Nice to meet you, Flint.
Oh, right.
Does anyone see that? She is talking straight up infernal.
Does her thing look like that?
Like what?
Yeah.
Is it in her hand in her art?
Yeah. Sorry, I didn't know what you were pointing at because I'm looking at Zoom.
I was pointing at her character art.
Yeah.
I probably would have taken note of it, but not paid too much attention.
Okay, so Zaysa, you and Aorin arrive at this institute, and there is a elvish woman there with glasses at the brim of her nose. Yes, may I help you?
Yes. A few things. Are you familiar with the Halfling Sisters of Noir?
Yes, they're quite terrible people.
Yes. This child was in their stead.
Oh dear.
So I have two things I would like to ask for you.
Okay.
One, I do not believe those creatures to be kind in any way, and they have somehow magically tethered themselves to this girl. I would like you to...
For what purpose?
They're trying to siphon magic from her.
Oh god.
Would you be able to remove that connection?
Not if it's really dark magic. We assist with practical magic, using magic out in public. Something like that is probably something that the temples might have to associate with, the clerics.
Noted. Would you be able to keep an eye on her and keep her safe while we go take care of some things?
Sure. What is your name?
Aoran.
And you, dear?
Zaysa.
And she asks the girl, and the girl tells her name as well. Yes, we can do that.
When she says something about the cleric thing, would I think that Lesser Restoration would remove it, or I would need something like Remove Curse?
Probably something equivalent to Remove Curse. You would think in conjunction with the business in the woods. It's probably high up magic or something. I don't even know what's higher than Remove Curse. Greater? Oh.
Yeah, I don't think I have. I don't. All right. Please keep her safe. We will be back as soon as we can. I'm trying to rid this city of some of the evil that is in it.
Okay, yes, we can do that. And around that time, Flint kind of makes it up with Smudgy, and she has the doll in her hand.
Oh, hey, and I'll lean down to the girl. I got you something. Things are kind of crazy right now, I know, but I thought this could keep you company. Here you go. Smudgy said he liked the braids.
Smudgy?
Yeah, this is yeah. I met a new friend, you guys. This is Smudgy. He's a tiny little demon. Look at how cute he is.
He's just like, arr.
Oh, and by cute I mean absolutely ferocious. And he's a real little destroyer of
So just so I can get the mental picture, I've only seen the pilot of Disenchantment, but is that what this thing is like? The little black demon cartoon?
Oh.
Following the princess, is that kind of like his vibe?
He's more like...
I haven't watched Disenchantment. I was like, what is Disenchantment?
It's really good. It's really funny. He's more of like... He has like a fuzzy, like rat-like body. And like hands and stuff, but he's got like bat wings and like a big toothy like mouth, and
Got it. Okay.
Lilo with wings. Or Stitch, not Lilo.
Yeah.
love it.
I feel like me and Nessie would be back. I feel like throughout some of these interactions, I'd be telling her like, they're gonna explain all of this to us at some point. Let's just hang back and treat this as a job, like an adventuring job, and sooner or later we'll get caught up. Because I feel like if we start asking questions right now, we're gonna get nowhere. So that's my plan. Let's get through whatever this is, and then hopefully they'll fill us in. Because now there's a creature. Did you see that creature as she walked by? She has a creature now.
I mean, there's a lot of strange things going on. I'm just following you, honestly.
Right. I feel good rationalizing it. Putting into this perspective of we're
If
here
this is
as
something
hired
you wanna
arms.
do, then I will go along with it.
I mean, it's easier than some of the stuff we've been doing lately. Well, it depends on what the pay is, really, if it's worth it. We'll see. We'll see. Okay. Let's go listen in and be really confused.
Diora. These nice people are going to take you in. They teach practical magics, and perhaps they can help guide you with yours. We're going to go take care of some things and hopefully free you from those mean people. Is that all right with you?
Yes. You'll be back, right?
Yes.
Yeah, that's fine.
I've made that mistake once. I won't do it again.
Okay, and she like snuggles the doll a little bit closer to her. Be safe.
Hey, you too, kid. It's a scary world out there, so you stay dangerous. All right?
Okay.
But like in a fun way. I shouldn't talk to kids. All right.
I'm going to stand up and I'm going to wipe the actual real tear that stupid line just gave me. And I'm going to go towards... I don't know where that came from. I'm going to go towards Brolin and Nisea. Damn it.
You are quite good with children.
Apparently I'm quite good with a lot of people. I'm going to hand both of them 10 gold. Each.
Yeah, I mean, I'm giving the shoulder to Nessie. See.
This is from my personal stash. I have already told you enough. You have seen some of the things that we do. Over time, when trust is earned on both sides, I will happily disclose more information if you are so curious. What we are about to do is not going to pay gold. We are going to do something because it is right. Because it will potentially save people. And that is what we are in the business of. It's something that I have forgotten over a long period of time. If you are interested and willing, would much appreciate your company. I'm gonna
look at Nessie first. See her reaction.
I mean, I always want to do good things.
The gold, it's not all about the gold for us, but it's a good gold can make the trust conversation happen easier. And so you've trusted us. Now we're gonna 10 gold will get us right along for a little while to see if the trust thing forms.
I mean, I am quite curious, like, what you all are doing.
Right, I'm in my notes that I'm taking, and he actually does have a little journal. Bounty hunting and social work is what I have written down. So,
oh well, we know that the one is a lie.
Sure, but it's a short list.
I'm gonna look to Zesa. Well, team leader, where to next? Sounds good.
This is gonna be so much fun.
Wait, a lich?
Wait, what?
We'll talk about it on the way.
Killing a witch? Wait. A lich.
And on that note, as you leave Diora with Lena, she would have told you, the elf would have told you what her name is. You all kind of head out towards the exit of Dorne, heading towards the Whispering Woods.
Do I know how long the travel is south?
It'll be about half day's travel, so y'all might arrive towards dark time. Well, maybe a little bit after. You might have to camp if it gets a little bit rough in the woods, but depending on where this thing is located, y'all might have to double around or trek.
So, might I make a suggestion? The location that we're going to is in the Whispering Woods in the south. I'm not exactly sure where it is. I have a cabin on the river on the west. Perhaps we go there, stay the night, and then go down south in the morning.
Are you inviting us to a house party?
As she says that, I look at Brolin and Nasea like, damn it. I guess I am.
I feel like I've had enough, but...
Yeah, I think a day off is probably best for us. Yeah.
I'm just joking. It sounds lovely.
I don't necessarily want to be in the woods looking for this person at nighttime.
Maybe it's a little cooler out where your cabin is near the water, because it is still really hot.
Yes, I have a little, what's it called? You know, like rivers, they have the big wheel, and it helps, like, power things.
A mill?
A mill?
Water.
But
Water
it's like that, but it goes to the house and it does other things. Brolin, you've probably made parts for this thing.
Cool. Yeah.
Is there anything any of y'all would like to do before heading off towards Eorin's house? Sweet.
Nessie, you never even went home. Are you ready to go back out again?
Or maybe I should just swing by and, let the folks know where I'm going.
Yeah.
Just really quick.
It's a-
Just give me
On the way out of town, we'll meet
just a
you.
fiver.
Meet you at the gates or something.
Yeah.
Seems fair. And I'll escort her to the house, but I'm not going in.
Okay. Nessia, as you approach, and Brolin's kind of with you for most of the way, you get to where the normal guards are, and they're not posted there like they normally are. And the gate they kind of watch is cracked ajar slightly.
What? I'm gonna be looking around, trying to see if I see any explanation for why that might be the case.
Roll a investigation check.
Oof, that's 10.
Okay, it doesn't take much. As you get to the gate to investigate, you look on the ground, and there is a patch of blood.
Oh, I'm a little worried now.
And as you sit in that worry, that's where we're going to end it.
Mm-hmm. Yep. Wow. I just created the craziest cliffhanger. Oops.
Y'all were just going to walk off into the sunset.
We were just gonna walk out of town.
Exclamation
Whoa.
critical to enter into
yeah.
that giveaway. We will roll that in a second.
Kennedy.
Damn it.
Whoop. Rip artist.
Hey.
Rip Artist has won the giveaway. Congratulations. If you haven't already, sign up in the Discord and locate a man by the name of Chris Solo. Get him your information and he will get those dice out to you. Thank you everybody for watching the debut episode of Fate of Ukodor. It's getting spicy and it's only just begun. We will pick up next Saturday at 6 p.m. Pacific. Be there or be square. And in the meantime, we are going to raid some lovely folks who, I don't know if we're...
Nightheart Gaming.
Gaming.
Who?
Nightheart Gaming.
Nightheart Gaming. So as we raid, say hi, tell them how awesome the show was. If you like them, give them a follow, and we will see you all next time. Take care.
Bye.